Hello everyone and welcome back after what? 5 months, 160 days according to Foundry. Welcome back to D&D, or rather Conquerors of Nolyn. Tonight we are joined by Draenef playing as Drachdarin, Spacey playing as Falkan or Spacey Yin, and
Mm.
Tenki 101 playing as Kolarys, and me, your humble Dungeon Master Doug, playing literally everyone else in the world. So, before we get to the game proper, I guess we need a little bit of a recap. It's been 5 months. It's been a hot minute since since we last had games. So I guess you're all a little bit confused about what's going to be going on if we just dive into it. So let's dial back a little bit and explain what was happening previously in the world of Gundren in Conquerors of Nolyn. As I open my book, I look at my notes and I figure out what was going on. So, a long time ago, or rather, a long time in the future, I should say, Drachdarin, Falkan, and Stormclimb were looking for a way to rescue a certain someone, Miguel. Unfortunately, this Miguel had been killed by a demon, and the only true way that these people have found to bring back Miguel was to travel back in time to a moment during which this demon was not as strong and defeated then. After looking for some solutions, they found a way to travel back in time, and they did. However, the way was by making a dealing with another demon, or a fiend, or whichever, a Rakshasa. You get the gist. Uh, Stormclimb, being a paladin and being very much against fiends and demons and all that hellish stuff, decided not to go forward with this plan and instead uh, asked his pals to carry this mission in his stead while he went to pursue another way of traveling back through time. Meanwhile, Drachdarin and Falkan, now the two of them alone, decided to go ahead and travel back in time. And they did so to the era of the Moonfall, 1,000 years in Gundren's past. They did so and were immediately seized upon a field whereupon they showed up. They were seized, captured, and arrested, and they woke up a while later in a dungeon. Unbeknownst to them, it was a dungeon of Lord Grodzina, who owns a castle in the city of Dreamin, and had the party arrested for reasons unknown. Later on, the party figured out that the reason would be that these people in this place are incredibly paranoid, and decided to arrest everyone on sight, including a traveler by the name of Gambrinus and another noble by the name of Kolarys. Once upon in the dungeons, all four of them met and started concocting a plan to escape, which then they threw out the window at the first second and went off with a very impromptu escape method thing where they taunted the guards and managed to steal keys, and they did a number on the guards of Lord Grodzina. After that, the party then escaped the dungeons and were ready to just get away and go elsewhere, but their new companion, Kolarys, asked them to hold on for a moment because he had to retrieve a very valuable heirloom of his family in this castle. The party decided to hang back for a while as Kolarys went on to rescue this relic, but in doing so alerted the local dragon who resides in the castle, Faltanen, a silver dragon, I recall. He, after seeing intruders in his castle, decided to chase after them. So the four of them Drachdarin, Falkan, Gimbrinas, and Kolarys, along with one of the guards that they subdued but decided not to kill, and the guard decided to not only aid them but also run away with them, lest he be found and treated as a traitor and executed. Pent, the Green Dragonborn, all 5 of them started to run away as fast as they could, but eventually the dragon Falkan caught up with them and attacked them on sight. After a long, gruesome battle, the group managed to not necessarily defeat the dragon, but dissuade it to keep chasing them through violence. And fearing for its own life, Falkan decided to fly away and leave the party alone. All of them then decided to not stop running. They quickly healed their wounds and just kept moving westward, trying to get out of this land and back and cross the border to Drachdarin, the land of dragons, whereupon they would be safe once they managed to return to Madlenak, the land where Kolarys hails from. And that is the current events of the story. So, we found ourselves, or rather you guys find yourselves, several days, a couple days away from Drumin, getting really close to the crossing, or what you two, Drachdarin and Falkan, remember as the crossing, or as you, Kolarys, known as the Dragon Crossing. You all are moving westward. Is there anything you guys would like to do, say, or recount as you do so?
Yo, is that lion dude dead?
No, Gimbrinas is with you guys, but
Okay.
Gimbrinas' player is no longer with us. No longer playing with us. He's not dead. He's no longer playing with us. So, Gimbrinas has let you guys know that as soon as you all cross the border and go back into safety, he'll just ditch you guys and keep following his own path.
Just hear like a dial-up connection if you get way too close to the ear.
What even is dial-up?
We should rest. Because none of us are in good shape after that.
Well, you know this place much better than I, so why don't you lead? I'm not from here, after all.
Kolarys, are you looking forward to finding a place for the party to rest?
Yeah, I can do that.
Sure. You are not necessarily from this place either, so I would ask you to go ahead and just make a quick history check.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, jeez. Gotta remember how to do all this.
Buttons.
There's buttons everywhere. And all of them do crazy things.
Oh, there we go. Excuse me. Oh, there.
3 history checks.
What?
Look at you.
Historical.
Let's take the first. It wouldn't take.
Let me just double check something, because I'm currently unsure if you are using your own. Yeah, no, you're rolling as the party token. You should roll in your own character sheet, because the party token doesn't have any bonuses through history rolls.
Pluses on that stuff.
Okay.
The second tab on the top right corner should be the actors directory. You should find party and then your own character sheet over there. Inside the yellow folder, which is party, and there you should see all of your skills to the left-hand side of your character sheet.
Oh, I didn't realize you changed the name of the Twitch.
There we go. First roll of the game after such a long break.
My God.
That's terrible.
Kolarys,
It's stealth rolls.
right? Kolarys, you know very well that you are still in very hostile territory, and it would not be a good idea to stop to rest until you arrive at least in the Dragon Crossing, which is the long bridge crossing the two nations.
Do you want me to help you out at all, buddy?
Just until we get to the border.
Can I roll? Can I roll to see if I know anything about the area myself whilst we're on our way to the border?
Sure, roll with disadvantage. You
You
hold down control as you roll your history check. Because let us not forget, Falkan has amnesia. So,
How amnesiac is he, though?
we don't know yet. He doesn't know a lot of things. But,
Hello.
in this brief period of time that you guys have been traveling from Drumin towards the Dragon Crossing, you've managed to strike up a little bit of conversation with Pent, the eager green dragonborn who wants to run away with you guys. And he has told you a couple things. Mainly that in the Dragon Crossing is where his brother, Cole, is stationed. So, ideally, you guys would want to go over there, and Cole would aid you in some way, shape, or form, however he can. Aside from that, you do share with Kolarys the sentiment that you are in very hostile territory, and you know that until you cross the border, there's always a chance that the dragon Falkan can swoop down on you guys again, this time with reinforcements.
Yeah, okay. Let's just leave so we don't get our heads ripped off.
That sounds very favorable.
Much preferred attached to my torso.
It's kind of what it's supposed to be, isn't it?
Is it?
I thought. I mean, I keep chopping people's heads off and they die, so theoretically, definitely not supposed to be that way.
Okay, so as all of you are going westward towards the crossing, I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw since you're not stopping to rest.
Ya-da-da-dun. Ya-da-dun-dun-da-da-da-dun.
Ha!
Wow, my cold medication really works. I can feel my throat again.
Oh, you okay?
I will be.
Okay.
Or eventually.
Alright, so Drachdarin, you're still a little bit frazzled from all the battle, being knocked unconscious several times. You look to Falkan and he seems weirdly revitalized by all these close encounters. It's almost like, despite all that, he feels right at home in some weird shape. You, Kolarys, had originally come to this land. You didn't come by foot. You were riding some creature, beast, whatever. You came here riding, so you're not very used to walking. And as you do this forced march, you can feel your legs starting to ache. Every single toe in your feet hurts so much, and breathing becomes a little bit strenuous after a while, and you have to really struggle to keep up with everyone else. You suffer 1 level of exhaustion. You can write that down in your character sheet. I believe in your top left corner, where it shows your character portrait thing. If you go into the 0 with the smiley face, you can choose which level of exhaustion you have. First level of exhaustion just gives you a disadvantage on all rolls, all skill rolls. But after a long forced march, all of you do arrive at the Dragon Crossing. It's a kind of slightly picturesque place. It doesn't quite remind you of you, Drachdarin and Falkan. It doesn't remind you so much of the crossing that you know from your time in the future. This crossing is slightly different. It's much more utilitarian, so to say. The crossing that you're used to had a lot of shops and had a little inn and other such things. Here, it's just a bridge and nothing else.
I thought this was bigger.
Seems familiar.
Seems smaller.
My legs hurt.
Do you need someone to carry you?
Yeah.
You're not used to marching, are you?
What? Maybe. No. No, not at all.
That's good. Well, I'm just surprised Falcon's as spry as he is today, because usually I have to lug him on my shoulders every time we go anywhere. So,
I would be flying you around and riding on your back like you're a giant blimp or something, but for the time being, if anything sees us above the treetops, I'd rather not be a dead man.
that's fair. Well, let's Pent. You said we're looking for someone here.
Yes, my brother. He was a station here in the Dragon's Crossing. It's been a while though, but I think he's still here. Should he be at least?
If he can at least get us somewhere to sleep for the night, then at least that'd be helpful.
Well, I don't know that he'll be able to give us a place to sleep. Really, I guess this situation I explained to you all back in the castle has changed drastically for the worst. Whereas all of you were escapees and kinda on secret, now the dragon probably knows all of our faces and yours, so we are runaways. We don't know if the people here at the crossing know that yet. If they do, well, we're in for a bit of trouble. But regardless, we should not stand here. We need to cross the border.
Well, is there some sort of guard patrol or a gate?
Not necessarily. It's just, from what I heard, it's just a bridge, and usually people don't. Well, the dragons really don't cross the river, the fjord rather. They each stay in their own territory. It's I hear that it calls for very big diplomatic incidents when dragons and nobles cross the border like that. And he kind of gives a sideways glance towards Kolarys.
Do the same. So, what? Disguises? Do we need to...
I don't know about disguises. We don't really got much to disguise ourselves with, really. We ran away, holding very little. But, I guess we're down to luck. If we get there and they still don't know that we're deserters, I guess I can talk to Cole and we can just cross. If they do know, then I don't know.
Then we run.
All right, that sounds fair. Although,
I mean, we have literally a wizard. We could get out of here.
Yeah, I'm actually almost kind of spent, to be honest with you.
Okay, I'm trying to be an optimist, but thank you for bringing me back in check.
Yeah, I thought I'd let you know.
Right. Well, hopefully word doesn't travel that fast then.
well,
We
dragons
were
do.
sprinting away from a dragon. If the dragon got here first, we're screwed. But the dragon went back.
So theoretically it hasn't come up this way. Yet. So let's just make it quick, formal business, and then we move on.
All right, then I'll follow your lead, whatever you say.
Oh boy. I'll just take the lead then and try to be imposing, like I do.
Yep, all relying on you, big guy. If we all die, just know that it's in your hands.
You are the you're the
No,
most
no,
positive guy today, aren't you?
Oh, thank you. No, I'm being a realist. I don't feel like dying today.
I don't feel like dying any day. So, come on. Let's keep moving.
That's a positive.
Alright, so I'll have you guys in. Do start to attempt to cross the crossing.
I'm just going to look as non-threatening as possible, which is not at all.
Alright, fair enough. As all of you guys start to approach the crossing, you do see in the distance that there are a small number of guards there. They look armed and ready to defend the bridge against any sort of like crazy danger that might show up, and not entirely sure about like how capable they are, especially from this distance. But I assume you all just keep on marching forwards.
Pretty much. Not much else I can do.
Okay, fair enough. All 5 of you try to keep yourselves as honorable as possible in pose and expression, and just keep on going. Eventually, as you approach, the guards they just look at all of you over, and I would like you, Kolarys, to roll d20 to see if they recognize you.
Just a good old.
Yeah, just a roll d20. There's no specifically skill check for do NPCs remember me. Unfortunately, they do. As you
Of course they do.
approach,
Even with these bags under my eyes.
as you approach, 2 of the guards that are kind of close to one another, they kind of lean in and they start to whisper. You can't really make out what they're saying at this distance, but they definitely seem to recognize you. And then they quickly start whispering to the other guards, and one of them eventually gives orders and says, "Halt!" And as you guys approach, they kind of make a little bit of a, not necessarily a formation, but they seem to try and get to block your passage from to the bridge proper, so you can't really just run through it, past it. One of the guards approaches you, Kolarys.
Good evening.
Good evening. It's been a while since you last came here, didn't you?
Oh, a week or two.
Yeah. Last I heard from Drachdarin, they had arrested a traveling noble.
You think that was me? You really think that was me?
Well, we don't see traveling nobles around this part worth arresting.
And yet you have 2 right now.
2 nobles.
Surely there's nothing the matter, though. I am simply escorting a pair of noble individuals here back across the border.
Both of these guards, they immediately look shocked when you speak to them, Drachdarin. But shocked in a way of contempt, to a degree. And they don't seem super convinced about what you say. I would like you to go ahead and make a persuasion check. Wow.
Dirty.
Wow, look at you. The guards, they look at you and then they look back at you, Kolarys. I did not know that you let slaves speak in your behalf.
You
Silence.
No,
Silence.
Another
He's new. And he's why I've been traveling.
You came in here to purchase a slave.
Of course.
I see. Huh. See that? And then they say that the nobles from Drachdarin are above us. Buying slaves. What are you gonna do with this one? You know, as soon as you cross this border, they're gonna take him away from you.
I'm going to teach him how to read and write, and we don't have much time left in the day, and I'd like to proceed with our previous plans, if you don't mind us.
Read and write. Our slave. What a waste. Well, I suppose you have nothing better to spend your money on then, so fine by me.
An extra hand with a pen is not something to be discouraged.
Of course, but that's not what usually people buy slaves for.
Well, that may be so, but that's also why I'm not tending a guard post.
Huh. You're from across the border, are you not?
Well, we're heading in that general direction, are we not?
I suppose. Oh, they are right when they say that your lot are so arrogant. You wouldn't even say your mom you love them. But I suppose
Oh,
we are indeed just guards who don't know any better.
my heart, arrogance is a privilege, my friend.
Well, don't let me stop you from using it. And then he takes a couple steps back and kind of orders the other guards around, and all of them just kind of stand back. And he just kind of extends his arms towards the bridge itself. Well, there you go. Have fun.
We shall. Don't stand in the sun for too long.
I don't plan to.
Slave, watch that mouth.
My greatest apologies.
I'm just marching straight through at this point.
Sure, they don't stop you at all. All of you are able to go through. They don't make any motion to try and stop you in any way, shape, or form. And all of you do go through, except for Pent, who stops around, inquires about something with one of the guards, who then kind of points to a direction, and then all of you see that they're pointing towards another green dragonborn, and then Pent kind of runs in that direction to meet his brother. And they do indeed share an uncanny resemblance to one another.
Huh.
And do you wait for them? Or are you just going through?
Do y'all want to wait for Pen?
We should wait for the excitable young warrior, yes.
Alright.
Maybe
so,
like slower pace and keep an eye on. Let him catch up.
Okay.
Just casual walk.
So the both of you just keep on walking forwards. Kind of being mindful of Pence's distance to you guys, but you just keep on walking, and eventually you do notice something going on. You're a little bit too far to hear what's being said precisely, but there seems like people are raising their voices, and some manner of discussion is starting to brew in there. And apparently it seems to concern both Pent and his brother Cole.
I guess we could stay within earshot and try and listen to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you do stop for a moment and double back just to stay within earshot to hear what they're all saying, and you manage to catch just the ending where one of them says, "But if you do that, you'd know that you're a deserter, and we can't let you go." One of the guards yelled to Pent and his brother.
He's with us, by the way.
They look at you and then immediately look to Kolarys, waiting for some manner of confirmation.
Since there's no way I can ever hurt this big guy, I'm gonna smack him upside the head. And then very much directly tell Pence that we need to go.
You say that, and the one guard that was kind of giving you guys a hard time, he says, "Well, I don't really care if you're coming and going, buying slaves, or getting imprisoned or not, but one thing is trying to take away slaves. Another thing is to make a guard leave his post. That's desertion." Cole is stationed here. He is not to leave, no matter if you're a noble or whoever.
Cole. Wait, I thought it was Penn.
Yeah, Pence, my squire. Cole is his brother.
Right. Penn, do you want to leave or do you want to stay?
We agreed we were leaving. It's just that
No.
my brother, he needs to come with us.
Okay, Penn, Cole, how do you feel about working in my library then? Or in my, I guess technically I don't own the library, but how do you feel about becoming scholars?
The Pent is just like watching and hearing you and nodding profusely. Cole just kind of nods a little bit, making a little bit of a weirded out expression, like he's not entirely sure what's going on. But the other guard just says, "Hey, I said you're not leaving with one of the guards."
Under the library networks and guilds, we will adopt them under our services. Therefore, they can leave their post. They're no longer guards at this point.
Falkan, make a deception check, why don't you?
I actually am part of the, I do have that feature, library access. I am part of a little network.
Oh,
Watching this library card.
Yeah, basically my library card.
I read. Come with me.
sure. Make your choice of deception or persuasion.
Okay. Where even is deception? Oh, there it is. Oh, I have the exact same thing for them. One last thing.
There's no way these cards know what a library card is.
Well, that's just mean.
What's your library?
God damn it. I'm trying to remember what this. Sorry, trying to go down my 1500 passive abilities and feats here.
It's okay. It's on your first page to the right left-hand side, where it just says deception. Just need to click that.
Alright, I'm going to use my forceful presence for diplomacy and gain advantage.
Sure, go for it.
How do you use advantage? Is it control or
Shift.
Shift. Okay.
I don't remember whatsoever if you already rolled this or not, so I'm just gonna say sure.
Oh. It's been like 5 or 6 months.
Maybe you did, but I don't think you did. So sure, why not? 17. Some of the guards do seem convinced, but I'm not entirely sure about the main guard who's really giving you guys a whole lot of trouble and grief. So what I'm gonna say is that you Falkan is going to set the DC for this skill check that you're making. So I need you to roll 3d8. That's going to be the DC for this.
3d8?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I just
Roll all once. Oh no.
Unfortunately, you don't make the DC. You don't persuade the one last guard. Who
time rewinds and begin anew? Rewind time.
Oh my.
Okay?
Time wizard. Hey.
There we go.
My God.
Sure. Just as he squints and starts to go for his sword that is by his side, just as he looks at your library card, and you notice that it's kind of all bent and kind of frazzled because it was very poorly handled in the past while. You rewind time, polish it off before pulling it out. And this time you pull out, facing upwards as you show it with way more confidence than last time. And this time the guard, he seems to go to object, but then he seems kind of confused. He doesn't know whether or not to take you on your word or not, but he seems a little very suspicious, but well then. Alright. Who am I to say no to lordlings? Too bad on you though. Cole's a horrible reader. And he just steps back once again and just kinda taps Cole on the shoulder, but not a very friendly tap, kind of an aggressive, demeaning tap on the shoulder, and says, you're going off to Drachdarin, become a scholar or something. I don't know what it'll be of you, but maybe someday you'll make it back. We'll keep your family entertained in the meanwhile. Goodbye, Cole. Goodbye, Pent. Have a good one. And then he kind of just shoves Cole forward as he gives him a very strong pat on the back. Cole almost loses his balance a little bit, but manages to recompose himself. And you can see that he's like a slightly more well-trained guard than Pent was. And then he just nods to everyone else, squints at Pent, and the two of them just kind of hurriedly follow along the four of you to go forward towards the crossing.
I slap Drachdarin on the ass as we turn around to leave and say, come on, we'll put that mouth to better use. Just confuse them as what kind of slave I got.
You know we might kill you, right?
Some of the guards, they kind of look a little bit abashed and surprised. Some of the other guards, they just kind of laugh and point. But at this point, you're just far to really make out what they're saying.
Drachdarin is giving you the glariest of glares.
No, don't eat them. Not yet.
What? Not on my list. Yet? What?
So, thankfully, all of you managed to cross the Dragon Crossing without any big incident. And you are on your way to Drachdarin, to where you can possibly, hopefully, find some respite. And a little bit of a peace and quiet from all of this kerfuffle that's been going on. However, even if on another time, you, Drachdarin and Falkan, have already traveled this path before, it looks very different. The view from the crossing is very similar, eerily similar, but the horizon looks a little bit different. The shoreline doesn't quite looks right. It doesn't match as in some places. Some hills are a little bit sharper, some are more rounder. Some of the rivers are more well delineated. Some of the forests, they look a little bit more sparse or dense. It's similar, but it's also different. It's kind of throwing you for a very, very loopy confusion. You try to avoid thinking about that and just look down and focus on the cobblestones and the pavement as you manage to get to the other side of the bridge, where you see a equal number contingent of guards on the other side. They seem much more friendly, and as soon as they notice you, Kolarys, coming by, they nod and bow. Well, welcome back home, Lord. I hope your travel was fortuitous.
Thank you. Sort of topples unsteadily, just trying to retain that regal air, but just
Deliberately gives a small shove. Just a very small shove.
oh, you fool.
Some of the guards, they seem actually make an insight check, Kolarys. By the way, you have disadvantage because you're exhausted.
Sleepy.
Insight.
Sight beyond sight. Oh,
Oh.
I love these rolls.
your rolls are great today. Can I just say that?
Right?
They were. These are my stealth rolls from the last session.
This is true.
That's true. The guards, they look at you, and they keep looking at you, but at this point you just don't really care. You know that you have crossed the border and you're on your way back home, and you think that now, whatever ditch at the side of the road you can find, you can just lay in there and rest, and you'll be fine. But you won't subject yourself to that. You are a noble, and you will have a bed.
Back,
So
carry me.
Are we sleeping under the stars, or is there some conveniently placed inn that you're about to tell me about?
I demand the inn.
Okay.
Any place to sleep would be fine, honestly, preferred.
Nope, silence you.
We could literally just find a nice bit of grass under a tree, but if you really need a tavern, and I'll just scoop him up fireman style just over the shoulder, we can go find you a tavern.
Thank the gods. I just, full body weight on his shoulder.
Sure, you utter a small prayer of relief once you're carried, and your legs, they seem to they relax with joy since you don't have to support your weight anymore, and it's just bliss being carried the remainder of the way. And it would be kind of hard on you, Drachdarin, but it's not as hard because now you're going downhill, which is much better. However, you do not see, from your vantage point, you do not see any nearby settlements. You kinda imagine that you'll be traveling for yet another day before you get to anywhere where you can find an inn and actually rest at.
The whole slave thing better not continue.
Mm.
I'm carrying you because it's easier and I don't want you whining.
Half asleep, I just mumble some non-committal grunts.
Uh-huh.
He just
Falkan-
needs his sleep. Don't worry.
Do you want to tell me why you two know each other?
Oh, yeah. I've known him my whole life growing up, I think.
Okay. Wonderful. So you're also a noble then?
Yeah, but I prefer books. I'm not really as
Noble
high as Kolarys.
Asshole.
Hey! Quiet! Or I'll make him throw you as far as, I'm too tired to think. But yeah, let's go find a place to sleep, or something.
Yeah. In whatever. I just want to find somewhere to sort my things out. This
Yeah,
whole
we could
place
always
is-
camp out a little bit.
Well, I suggested that, but this one suggested the other way.
Hey, don't worry, he can't move. That means he can't say no. We can just make up a little tent or something.
I mean, if you start to collapse from exhaustion, I'm not carrying you too. At that point, yes, we will rest.
Flight is a wonderful spell.
You're tapped for the day.
I'm just asleep on his shoulder at this point.
I always keep
No
one cast
say.
of flight for being lazy.
Well, here's the problem. Now there are 6 of us, and I'm not carrying 6 people.
Now you could, technically. You know, with flight.
Listen, I'm not a magic carpet.
Right
And
on the
I'm not a
magic
mule.
dragon.
Just focus on walking.
Yeah,
This place is
right.
giving me weird deja vu, and I don't like it.
Are you saying that valley we looked over was a uncanny valley?
I swear to every different type of god.
How many gods do you even know?
How many gods are there in right now?
Too many. I don't even know the rules of this homebrew.
I'll take 2.
You'll take 2?
I'll take 2.
Oh, that is
Because-
unfortunate.
2 is all I really need. It's already 1 too many. Anyway,
I'm so tired.
1 foot in front of the other, Falcon. Come on.
That reminds me, Kolarys, what kind of beast did you even ride to get here?
I snore and my tail flicks adorably.
Right, it's going to be an 8-foot horse.
He's just asleep. Just let him sleep. Yeah, I'll carry you
horse.
after he wakes up. Huh?
Horse squared.
Horse. Sure. I'm sure that's a thing.
It is if you believe.
No, you wizards. How long of a walk even would it be to the next place? If there's no light, there's no nothing. We're just going to walk in the dark for days on end.
Yep. You
Gotcha.
are going to walk until you arrive at the next town, which will require Constitution saving throws from everyone who is walking and not sleeping.
I'm asleep.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Kolarys, you don't need to make a Constitution save, but you do not rest comfortably because you're being carried. That's not very comfortable.
Can Drak carry 2 people? Can I short rest on Drak?
I mean,
no.
well, technically I can lift like 600 pounds, so
Oh, can you?
technically, according to the rules, maybe, but
Well, if you want to carry Falkan as well, you will be making your save a disadvantage.
yeah, it can't get much worse.
So, Falcon, I need your Constitution saving throw as well.
Okay. Constitution saving throw.
Kolarys, since you do sleep, you do get the benefits of a long rest, so you recover all of your health and your things, but you don't lose that level of exhaustion. And yeah, Drachdarin, you make the DC yet again. The DC
Barely.
for the previous one was 10. Now, because it's your second day, it was 11. So yeah, you're just making it, and it's exhaustive. It's horrible. It feels like ever since you started traveling the world without your previous band of mercenaries, it's been just back-breaking work all day long, every day. Sure, you're meeting a lot of interesting people, going to a lot of places you never thought you would even remotely be able to see, but it's so tiresome. You just need to sleep.
I'm just so tired. But it builds character.
Yeah, look at you. You're a big character.
As for you, Falcon, you do also start regretting a little bit more some of your choices. The bags under your eyes get a little bit heavier, a little bit thicker, and more often than not, you know that you're just being carried uh, by downward motion as you're kind of climbing downhill, and you know that you're just not tumbling over and falling asleep, because if you do, you probably will roll a long distance and break every single bone in your body, and that's probably the only thing keeping you alive, or rather awake. And you're just marching forwards. And as you look back, you do see that Pent seems very, very tired. He's, however, being quite the trooper about it. He's not complaining. He's not moaning or anything. He's just powering through it. Even Cole is concerned about him, but Cole is also powering through it. They seem to chat among themselves a little bit, kind of catch up on things and explain to each other. And at several points, you've seen Cole do very loud noises of exasperation and exclaim things loudly enough that even you guys from this distance that the group is keeping can hear when he says things along the lines of, "What do you mean you escaped the castle? What do you mean you were chased by a dragon? What do you mean you helped them escape?" But all he seems to do is question Pent about those things. But lo and behold, after another long day of travel, you do start to hear some shatter and noise of, lives, people, and before too long, all of you enter the city of Greed Garak. Well, not that neither Drachdarin or Falkan knows the name of the city, but Kolarys knows. So does Pent and Cole, and they tell you, "Oh, this is Greed Garak," and that's how you know more or less where you are.
Civilization.
No, look at that. Life.
I will immediately beeline for the first thing that looks like a tavern.
Sure. You beeline for a tavern, and just as you're going that way, a copper dragonborn kind of steps in front of you, kind of overextending his arms, which seem kind of both his hands are filled to the brim with things that look kind of sparkly, shiny, and also fragile after a fashion. "Ah, hello, sir. Hello. Would you be interested in some drain cleansers?"
Some what? You have 5 seconds to move out of my way.
"No, sir. Please listen.
One.
There is drain cleansers. This will help you sleep so much better every night. Just keep it under your pillow. I
Two.
assure you, it is great. And I'm selling this on a discount. If you buy one, it's only 20 crowns. But if you buy 3, it's 50 crowns. It's a hell of a discount."
I just turned to Falcon and I'm like, he does remember his money doesn't work here, right?
No, he doesn't. But honestly, I just kind of want to see the exchange play out.
3.
"But sir, look at you. You look like you have not been sleeping properly in so long. I bet that you're having nightmares, or you're being awakened at night, screaming, sweating, and just having horrible, uncomfortable nights. And you will have much better nights with these drain cleansers."
I haven't slept.
Just yell at Drac, hey, try to buy one!
Why? I'm going to punch him in 2 more seconds if he keeps talking.
"But
Yeah.
sir, this is... Why would you punch me? Is it because you're stressed? Is it because you're angry? Is it because you have been sleeping poorly? Maybe you should take one of these drain cleansers. Why don't you take
Are there
3?
bed?
Look,
Hey.
look.
Hey.
Hey.
Are there beds in that building behind you?
There are, yes. It is, after all, a tavern. But anyways, This tavern here with beds would be much more comfortable and much more appealing if you had a drink cleanser with you. What do you
Okay,
say?
I'm just gonna
I will
start
give you-
pushing him with my staff out of the way.
I will give you 2 gold to shut up so I don't end up killing you.
You kind of just
I'll just
As-
hold up
as-
2 gold coins, right?
Just
and
smirk
be
at
like,
the
I will
idea of him using
I
his
will-
bad money.
give this to you if you get out of my face. Or I will ball my fist up with the gold inside of it, and you will receive these gold coins one way or another.
the guy seems. You see his face beaming up a little bit as he looks at the 2 gold coins that you're offering, and he kind of pockets some of his shiny, sparkly stones into one of the pockets in his coat, and he goes to reach for the coins, but then he kind of stops for a little bit and looks at it with a look of weird amusement on his face, and then he reaches forward, picks the coin very slowly, very carefully, and just looks at it. Ah, never seen coin like this before. What is this?
How? It's called money. I don't understand what none of you seem to understand.
This...
Gold is gold. You pay for things with it. It gets you things like food and a bed.
This...
If you don't want the money, I'll take it back.
This is not money. He pockets the other dream stones, picks your other coin that you're holding, and then he holds it up, both of them, to you and says, "Sir, I know that you're tired, but this is not money." And he shows the 2 coins to you. He kind of holds them up so you can see them very better, and then he holds both of them with one hand, puts another hand into one of his pockets, and brings out an actual gold crown and shows it to you. "This is money, sir. This is not money. This is money, not money." And kind of keeps
Both look
showing.
very similar.
They do look very similar. Both of them are shiny gold coins, except that one has a sort of drawing that is the geographical shape of the continent of Hosenfell, that you know, Drachdarin, that those are your gold coins. The crowns that they seem to have dragon heads, a dragon head and a crown drawn on the top of it in a very stylized fashion. It's more like dragon coins. And he once again just kind of keeps showing it to you. Well, very similar, yes, but this has value. And he shows you the crown. This does not have value. And he shows you the gold coins. And he keeps repeating this. Valuable, not valuable. Money, not money.
I
Gold
just look
crown,
at Falkan,
coin.
like, if you don't pull me away from this guy, I'm gonna choke slam him through a wall.
Man,
I
as
I just
much
want to
as I
step
wouldn't
and
mind
intervene. I want to grab his bad coins. I'm pocketing his bad coins and giving the guy like 3 gold pieces.
Which you don't have.
I don't have.
No, you've been in prison. You didn't recover any of your stuff. Aside from your sword. Oh no, wait, I guess you did recover some of your stuff. How much money do you have in your character sheet?
Let me see what my character sheet says about.
Inventory.
Oh yeah, you do have 25 gold crowns.
Yeah, I'll just give him 3, just for the entertainment value.
Sure, he doesn't seem to object at all at you taking the gold coins away, and he takes your gold crowns in his hands and says, "Ah, thank you very much, sir. I will make this into good use. And here, just because you're very generous." And he pulls out another one of those sparkly, shiny stones. "Here, have a drink cleanser for your big friend. I guess he's not been sleeping well, and he's very confused. Give it to him."
I'm from far away. I'm not from here. How was I supposed to know my money wasn't going to work?
"But sir, this is our universal money. It works everywhere."
And that's what you know what? Here, I just put my hand on the side of his face and I push him out of the way and I walk inside.
Well, and
I'm done with this conversation.
he's just pushed away, almost tumbles down to the ground, manages to catch himself on the walls of the tavern and grunts, looking back at you, very disgruntled as you just go into the tavern, all of your group.
This big chainmail stompy dragon just walking in the front door like, I need a drink and a bed. Please. Somebody.
As soon as you walk in, all the people that are kind of chatting and having a very lively conversation, they all stop and look at you, and they are very surprised to see how big you are. And you too, Drachdarin, are surprised to see that the majority of the people in this tavern are blue and bronze dragonborn. And all of them look at you kind of with a look of awe in their eyes. And the tavern cape, who's also dragonborn, he just looks at you up and down and says, "Hi, Sarah. Alright, I'm just not sure we have any beds big enough for you, but sure, it's down that way."
I have my own thing for that exact reason. I just need a room for myself. And how big are your rooms?
Fairly large, but I'm just not sure large enough for you.
Well,
But
because
he-
it's me and 5 of my friends, so...
Hello there.
He's not big enough to take you, is what he's saying.
Sure, we have a room or two. Come on. Here, follow me. And he takes you over to two rooms. One which is slightly larger, and another that's like regular sized for a tavern, for travelers. And they seem to fit your group fairly well, and it'll cost you all the entire group 2 gold pieces for this. Actually,
It'll cost me.
well, yeah,
I suppose I won't offer to pay.
will cost everyone who has usable money. Actually, yeah, 4 gold pieces because we're also paying for food. Because I saw none of you tracking your rations in the road.
I mean, I can real quick if you want.
I have an infinite jar of mayonnaise.
Oh, I forgot about your
No!
jar. No! Oh, no! Oh, no.
Well, we were on the road for 2 days, so that'd be 2 rations.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna take rations instead of serving with mayonnaise, you lunatic.
Cue the group traveling and then stopping, and Falkan reaching into the bag of holding, pulling out a jar of mayonnaise and just going, "Wah!"
Oh, that's right. That'd be Kolarys' first time seeing it too, just lifting it up and just looking close. It's just mayonnaise coming out of it.
God, gag.
Did you know that a body can sustain itself purely on mayonnaise alone?
No, it can't. That's literally not how it works.
It does, though. I'm serious.
I know.
Does
both-
it disturb you? Does it bother you?
A lot.
Both Pant and Cole are absolutely disgusted by it. Gambrinus is very, very wary of you after that.
Survival takes many forms. Mine smells like eggs.
Mine is beef jerky. Have a nice day.
But yes, eventually you are all taken to bedrooms, and which are large enough for the group to plop down in and have a night of rest if you so desire.
Yes, please.
Okay, so everyone finally can go ahead and take a long rest,
Oh my god, thank you.
recover all of your shenanigans.
Thank God I got my magic back.
I have all my health back. It feels so good.
Look at
74
you.
health.
Who knew wizards had to sleep?
I was thinking like, okay, listen, I got room for like 1 fireball. We fire it and then we run. That's all I was thinking at that guard post. Okay, I can cast 1 fireball and then maybe I can write a illusory script that just says fuck on the ground beneath my feet.
That's my exhaustion.
Well, that is one way of, ending a fight, I guess.
How do I rest? I can't find the rest.
It's the
On your-
There it is.
On your portrait, there is a little bed icon.
and your
All right.
exhaustion would go away because we sleep.
Yay!
Oh yeah, Kolarys, you can take away your exhaustion level.
And I sleep on the floor on my double-sized freaking sleeping bag thing. That only knows.
Which, as you do, Drachdarin, take out your sleeping bag. You remember, remind yourself a little bit fondly now that you're finally are having a moment of respite to rest and slow down and stop. You remember who sewn this bedroll for you, and you think back to it, to your friends that you left behind in the future. You wonder if they're doing well. But you also wonder what lies ahead in this familiar and yet unfamiliar place that you're in. Falkan, you think back to all those places that you're going to. There's a little hint of recognition in your eye. This kind of very uncomfortable feeling that everything that you're looking for feels familiar. The answer is on the tip of your tongue, but you can't quite grasp at it. And it's so frustrating to feel like you should know those people, this place, those names, all those things, but you can't quite do that. Kolarys, now that you are finally resting in a bed, it's not nowhere near as respectable as what you are somewhat used to back home at Madlenac. But now you know that you're safe. You have crossed the border, and the chances of Falkan and the dragon chasing after you are slim to none, and you're probably going to be alright. But then you think back to all that had truly transpired. You crossing the border, going all the way over to Dream Inn by yourself, breaking into the castle to try and retrieve documents that incriminate you and your family, more so you, in a lot of activities. And you remember that if those get out, it would be very damaging. And unfortunately, you were unable to really truly recover them. And not only that, but you have given them even more reason to go against you. And you shudder thinking about the repercussions that will have in your diplomatic future. You try not to think much of it as you fall asleep and rest. And yet, you can't rest quite as easily, knowing that as soon as you get home, you won't find rest, but rather a diplomatic incident waiting for you. Pent and Cole are doing just fine, by the way.
Okay, so as I'm taking stock of the room, what is the plan? Is there a plan? Do you have a plan?
Summoning Zasalamel in the corner, don't mind me.
All right, your bird thing.
Once again, you see that Falkan sits in the corner, picks out his little bowl thing, puts a lot of charcoal, incense, herbs, starts burning it all up, and it makes a lot of smoke in the room. You see Falkan starting to chant some arcane things, and his eyes kind of roll inwards, that so you can only see the white of his eyes, and as he kind of mumbles arcane words, and in the corner of the room, being spookily illuminated by the burning pyre below him, it's as spooky as hell, but also very dope.
You
I make it extra spooky. I don't have to, but I like to.
He's always like this. Well, fine then, Kolarys. What's your plan?
Well, as you know, the entire reason I was there in the first place was effectively espionage, and that fell through incredibly poorly.
Well, I don't know if you planned for them to have a dragon, but seems pretty dangerous to spy alone in a place with a dragon, if you ask me.
Didn't expect to trip.
What's so important that you would risk your life in what seems like not your home?
Now I'm just debating if that's too private to share with him.
I mean, it's up to you, really.
I understand not wanting to tell me.
I'll make a wager with you. I pull out the coins that he tried to give the guy. You tell me what this is about, and I'll tell you what I was trying to get.
I'm not sure what you're getting at.
I am very, very well associated with money. Even I have never seen these before. Where are you from?
Different continent.
Lies.
Actually, technically not. I am from a different continent.
Excuse me?
But why is that such a surprise to you? I took a boat to get to where I was. I'm from the Hostenfell. The northern part, specifically. It's quite cold.
You are familiar with Hosenfell, Kolarys. And you're also familiar with the fact that their coinage is not like the one that Drachdarin is presenting you.
If I had access to my reserves, I would show you a coin from Hosenfeld. This is not one of them.
Look, it's a very, very disjointed and long story of... Well, let's just say that I'm a bit out of place.
I mean, that can be easily inferred. You have
Well,
coin that doesn't exist.
coin that doesn't exist and no knowledge of other things. I don't know what the cities are, what the towns are, where anything is. Weird, I know. And if Falkan wasn't muttering to himself in the corner, he would be able to probably tell you more, better.
Falcon, care to explain?
I reach into my side pouch and I throw more of those gold coins across the floor at Kolarys.
Okay, so I guess I get to explain with my mouth instead of throwing money at people.
No, I'm just emphasizing. We went to a place very far away, Kolarys. Very far away.
I'm just kind of mouth agape because new guy having strange coin is one thing. Someone I know having the exact same strange coin, that's something else entirely. So I'm just kind of staring at the coins all over the floor. Where did you go?
I place down my staff. I place down my lucky coin, my helmet of comprehend languages, and ultimately my robe on the bed in front of me. And I show the fabric off and everything. Everything that's here is not from this realm. Everything that I'm wearing and everything that I'm holding is not from here.
Well, that certainly explains the coin that can't exist.
None of these things should exist. And they won't for another, what was it, 1,000 years or so?
About 1,000.
Excuse me, 1,000 years. You're from...
You may be knowledgeable about my school. I took a step too far and I went a little farther than expected. I tried to learn some magics in a distant time, and I went way too far. So
No,
now here I am,
Falkan.
robbed of all my memory, slowly trying to get it back, with a man from 1,000 years into the future.
Hi.
You know, I would expect the future to be less barbaric.
Excuse you. First of all, I am from a very well-esteemed mercenary company who have done hundreds of wonderful deeds throughout the lands. And there's plenty of people much more civilized, and plenty taverns much better stocked and less ugly than this one.
I'll just take that as a art style shift over the years. I think our taverns are lovely.
Well,
I just kind of exhale and sit down, trying to process time travel.
I've been gone for months, but it's only a few days. Actually, I don't even know how long I spent in the future.
well, you were with myself and Stormclimb for a couple weeks.
It was a couple weeks, yes.
Not too long in the grand scheme. Everything moved quite fast. I mean,
I just don't remember anything.
as in of what we did or of before?
I had been traveling before I met you. I don't even know how old I am anymore. Ain't that a scary thought?
Well, if Kolarys and you grew up together, then you should be about the same age.
You
Right.
think that?
If there's a
But how
time
long-
differential, that he might
How
be
long do you
older.
think? Yeah, I could be older than you now. Or would I be the same age if I go back in time?
Truly terrifying thought.
But anyways, I was causing people to explode by being around them, so we found a way back.
Yeah, kind of happy that's not a recurring theme with you. I was kind of getting worried when it was just me and you.
Yeah, that poor halfling.
Well, either way about it, I also have a purpose being here. But you've heard where I'm from, so why were you in that castle?
Oh, right. I forgot about that. My story's going to rather pale in comparison to time travel. Basic espionage. There were rather incriminating documents that I was supposed to retrieve, endangering not only me, but my family. I couldn't let that stand, couldn't let me put the rest of my family in danger, so I went alone.
And you ended up in a prison, and the rest is history. And you did not succeed.
Dragon, do I have to go over this again?
Well, no,
Okay.
no.
I gotta use the washroom real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry.
I'm just also still time traveled. I'm still trying to come to grips with things and making sure that I'm getting everything right. So presumably you'll go back there at some point. Or is that off the table now?
Fairly off the table. I'd have to sneak back past through the gate we just came from. With gods that very much know who I am, and are definitely very informed of what I did. By now.
Yes, so not good. Yeah.
To a castle that's already been infiltrated and possibly reinforced now.
Tough luck, I would say. But I'm sure there's some other way that you can get rid of this incrimination. I mean, what could be so bad? You're nobles, I mean... Nothing.
It is very because we are nobles that the evidence is so incriminating.
What'd you do? Steal something? Kill somebody?
I just clear my throat.
Well, either way about it. Until I figure out my next step, I'm sort of just here. With money that doesn't work, and it's just like starting out back in the old days, when I had not a coin to my name.
Procuring some funds may be a very good starting point.
Well,
My coin won't last us forever.
I'm a merc, it's what we do. Live on most basically nothing and make what you can. And try not to get conscripted into wars too much. Well, in the morning we can figure something out, and I don't know, maybe there's a local job board of some kind, or some mayor that we can, or that I can appease to, and see what I can do. One question, is everyone here Dragonborn?
Most. We trade with others, but these lands are kingdoms of Dragonborn nobility.
I see. They all gave me quite the weird look out there. I don't know what that was about.
I'm assuming it's the colors of your skin. Scales.
Is blue a problem?
Would blue be a problem?
Kolarys, you don't even need to make a history check about this. You know this very well. It's the kind of stuff you've been taught your whole life as a noble. That, yes, the colors of a Dragonborn's scales innately determines how high up in the dragon kind hierarchy they would fall into. Unfortunately for friendly Drachdarin, blue and bronze Dragonborn are at the very bottom.
Do you wonder why they assumed you were a slave?
Yeah, kind of. That was going to be on my list of next questions.
If you want more information about this, I can give it to you, by the way.
Go ahead.
Sure. Long time ago, many the wisest of dragons and other such people, well, not necessarily the wisest, but some dragons determine like the worth of a dragonborn by the type of energy that they are attuned to. And dragons with attunement to lightning energy are considered the less valuable to dragonkind. And dragons with fire and cold attunement are amongst the most valuable. Dragons with attunement radiant and force are the most valuable, but also incredibly rare. In fact, those are often kings and queens. Or emperors, even. You, being a copper dragonborn, is not too far up high in this whole hierarchy. You're very, very low on the bottom, but still high enough to be able to be of nobilities. Most of your other black and copper dragonkind kin are guards, merchants. Some do manage to break into nobility, but that's very rare. It's actually quite rare that you are a copper dragonborn that is also a noble.
Let me just say, my newfound friend, high on the totem pole, you are not.
Well, I can sufficiently say that the future is better in some ways, then. Because that's the dumbest idea I have ever heard. And I dated a barbarian for a while. What?
Fact doesn't surprise me in the least.
That's very rude.
The second fact.
Mm-hmm. Very rude. Right.
That dumb, huh?
Well, no, she wasn't dumb. It's just that throwing herself off of a cliff to try and kill something that's on the back of a flying creature is not a good idea, and she would not hear my strategy.
I assume the breakup was sudden.
No, actually. It never did happen. Either way.
Am I taking breakup literally or metaphorically?
No. Metaphorically. I was the one that left, and it wasn't breaking up, it was just moving on. In a way. Long story short, that was 1,000 years ago from now. Oh.
You can always wait a while.
I'm not going to live that long. Well, I suppose then me trouncing around in heavy armor, and he picks up his silver-edged axe, and hanging out with this thing are going to look really weird, but I'm all about breaking the standard.
Well, good thing you've got some influence on your side.
Well,
assuming he remembers, I side-eyed Falkan.
I have an amnesiac on my side.
Yes, hello. Who are you again?
Yeah, so that's going to become a problem. I get the feeling
Lovely.
it's going to be very, very funny, and I'm going to get very, very frustrated. Do you have any idea how hard it was to not lash out back there at that bridge?
I could imagine. I'm kind of glad you didn't, though. I didn't really have much mana left or anything like that. Do we call it mana? Something like that, you know what I mean.
I'm not an
Very
idiot.
stressful from how tight your ass was.
Excuse you. My ass is of none of your concern. Thank you very much. He just kind of crosses his arms and shakes his head. I hope none of them remember that. That got weird. Not on.
Oh, they'll remember me,
Yeah,
not
but,
you. I promise.
Thank God for that.
You do
But-
leave a stain in one's mind.
Oh, don't flatter me.
Well, either way about it, we should rest, wake up in the morning, find something to do. I need to find a blacksmith. That's right. And he, like, digs into his bag of holding real quick and yanks out that breastplate of adamantine armor that he still hasn't turned into anything yet.
Huh.
I
All
need to
right,
find a
that thing.
blacksmith. I forgot about that.
I forgot you had that.
You do have blacksmiths in this time, right?
No, yes, of
No,
course.
absolutely not. Why would we have blacksmiths? I mean, it's
Both.
not like I have a family rapier or anything.
Okay, rhetorical question. Cynical, sarcastic answers. We're going to get along so good. Love it. Either way, I need to change this into something that fits me because obviously it does not. So, I think that'll be my first thing tomorrow, if they have one here.
Did you get so large?
Vitamins.
No. Well, is iron technically?
Iron's a mineral. Of course it can be a vitamin.
I don't. We can save that for tomorrow, maybe. I think the
You're damn
time traveling
impressive. You're
is...
huge.
Well, thank you. You know, I work out. I knew he was a bum.
And the spell is done. Your familiar rises from your charcoal, and Zasalamel is born once again.
Comes up like an egg timer.
That makes sense. He's a
Like,
bird.
oh, there you are.
Oh, hi.
And this time Zasalamel looks much less glitchy than usual. In fact, he looks perfectly normal, or as normal as a raven crow bird can be.
Bird.
Barb. I'll just to not leave you totally in the dark. I wouldn't say that I'm per se normal as far as warriors go of the dragony variety. I've got a couple of secrets. Maybe if you find something else that I need to know, I'll tell you something else about me, huh?
I'm very glib. Sounds good.
Perfect. Get some rest. We have a long days ahead of us.
Gran. So, all of you go to bed, unless there's something you would like to do. Not that there is much, but if there is something you'd like to do beforehand, let me know.
Sleep.
Okay? Before you go to bed, you sleep.
Sleep.
And you do find a lot of rest. You all go to bed, sleep, rest quite a lot. All of you have already made your long rests and recover your things and such. So everyone's a-okay. Morning comes, and even early in the morning, you can assume it's like 7:30. There's a lot of noise and commotion outside, but it doesn't seem to be like anything chaotic or explosive or, monsters are attacking the town kind of stuff. It's just, it seems like people wake up early in Grid Garak and they are very loud about all the things they do. That or this tavern does not have very good sound insulation and you can hear everything going on outside.
Lively morning, people. Great.
Drac is up with the sun, regardless of how he feels. And just standing up, stretching. What's the matter? You don't like morning people?
Don't like most people.
I'm starting to get that feeling from you. Well, come on, let's go find something to eat. Surely there's something good.
So yeah, all of you do wake up, go back into the tavern side of this whole building that you're in. And indeed, there's people are serving food, which is included with the money that you paid last night for, lodgings. In fact, this specific tavern is quite cheap compared to what you are used to paying back in Madlenac, Kolarys. Imagine that being a frontier town and such, it makes and not being nearly as civilized makes the prices plummet quite a lot.
How's the quality of the food? Am I complaining? I would totally complain.
I think you would complain regardless.
And there's not a whole lot of privacy as you sit down in your tables to eat. Everyone's looking in your direction mainly because of how large Drachdarin is and how much space he occupies in the tavern. Everyone looks at him, seems in awe, or very impressed. Some people kind of whisper, mutter to themselves. Some of them even dare to point towards your direction, but they don't speak much of it. On the other hand, you do hear that people are... actually, make a perception check, those of you, if you want to try and pay attention and listen to what they're saying.
Yeah, sure, I'll go for it. Why not?
I just need to see if I can get any kind of decent roll.
Come on, above a 10.
Roll a chew. Roll a
Yeah!
chew. Oh, look at you.
Look at that 19.
That's kind of cruel.
Yeah,
The DM
finally
is
got a
chanting for your
decent
downfall.
roll.
I mean, when it's a roll kind of like this, it doesn't quite matters. I
just think it's funny.
I can't cheer for you guys to roll very low.
DM giveth and the DM taketh away.
Mainly because the DC is not too high and all of you made it. The people in the tavern are just talking very loudly and excited. Well, some people are talking loudly and excitedly about the upcoming Hunter's Grace Festival. It's still sort of like some 20 days away, like some 2-3-ish weeks away. There's plenty of time until Hunter's Grace come, but people seem to be kinda considering all manner of weird plans. Some people seem to plan to go out into the sea to fish and have stuff to show for the festival. Some people are thinking of traveling way further north, past the hills and the Donneluna Valley, to find game in those other regions. Some people are even thinking to go down all the way into the capitals to hunt over there. Closer to the capitals, rather. But some people do certainly fear hunting in those woods, knowing that they are owned and people don't want to be arrested for poaching. Some people even are talking about exploring even further away areas and such. And it doesn't take long before you overhear that people are talking that there is the usual hunting grounds have not been accessible for the longest time due to a large creature with several serpents for head that is terrorizing the region and kind of hunting all the game and hunting all the game and making it nearly impossible for any common hunter to go nearby and hunt anything for, beyond their own sustenance. And some people do point out that Drachdarin even mutter something along the lines of, "I bet he could take it. He seems like a very big fellow, very broad and very manly. Maybe he would be able to kill the thing." But nobody dares approach you to say this specifically to you, but that's what you managed to overhear.
Sounds like the locals are having trouble.
When are they not? Sorry, don't mind me. I'm like that when I wake up.
Understandable. What do you guys think? Well, I mean, we're a group. We're a big group. We could fight a thing. We could fight a monster, I bet. It's just a monster.
We could
Just
use
a
money.
monster. Money is good.
Overall goal, I do need to get back and unfortunately report my failure, but stopping for money to ensure a better trip and a safer trip would definitely be advisable.
Well, where are you going? Where's home?
Not the knock.
Which is...
South.
Right. Well, perfect. How about I go make friends with the innkeep and see what they know, huh?
Just remember your scales.
I literally don't care. And he just kind of stands up with a grin.
I'm just gonna keep letting him make that mistake with a smile on my face.
And he goes walking up to the bar.
Sure, you arrive at the bar and the innkeep is being very generic and cleaning cups. He looks up at you, very up at you, and says, "Oh, hello there. What can I help you? I hope the food was good and all right?
Oh, much better than what I've been having, which is mostly nothing and road food. So, an improvement.
I'm glad to hear so.
Sounds like you're having peace troubles around these parts.
Well, yeah, aye. Not only me, but everyone in these parts. It's very bad. Especially considering the Hunters of Greats Festival is coming. Could be a whole lot worse, of course, but it's very, very bad and deplorable. Why are you thinking of taking it?
For a price.
What prices say? What are your prices?
Well, are you the one who distributes such things around here, or is there some central group that says, I'll pay you 10,000 crowns to go kill something?
He kinda is just cleaning the cup and then he kinda stops abruptly as you say 10,000 crowns and he goes like, "Oh no, mister. 10,000 crowns is too much."
It was an example. I'm just asking if there's someone else that I have to talk to get hired. I'm a mercenary. It's what I do.
Well, I'm really sorry, sir, but unless you're in the mainland or the closest is Stubhartak, that's the closest place with an actual, well, where they actually employ people to take care of these problems. Over here, this far up, it's only us.
Do you have a blacksmith in town?
We do, yeah.
How good are they?
Well, fairly good, I would say. They make our spears, our axes, everything that we use to build our constructions here.
Well,
You look like you're the fighting kind and you're looking for a blacksmith that makes weapons, I assume.
Little of A, little of B. More just looking for their assistance. That's all.
Well, sir, if you're looking for a blacksmith who with expertise in making weapons and that kind of stuff, maybe you won't find much luck there. You can always try, of course. Just saying, don't have your hopes up.
Haven't for a while. How about...
That's a very grim thing to say, sir.
It's more of a realist thing I'm learning from one of my friends.
Maybe you need better friends.
I've thought about that before, but they're pretty alright. 250. Let's start there. Is 250 too much?
What, for you to take on
Kill
this
a
creature?
giant beast that is ruining your little festival, yes.
Well, hard to say. That is much more money than we are comfortable with, moving around every day. I could, talk with some of the other people here in town. If you do come back with it, maybe we can scrounge up something up close to that amount. Not sure if, your price is a little bit high, mercenary, but we would try our best.
Wonderful doing business with you then. My friends and I will figure out your problem. And I will go figure out your blacksmith.
Well then, I'm being serious right now, sir.
Oh, I'm dead serious. I'm going to go kill this thing for you because I need something to hit really badly with my very large axe. So I'm very much into the idea of trying to kill something, especially if it means there's money involved. Do you know anything about it other than snakes?
I have not seen the creature, and people usually try to stay away. You know, and
Surely someone has seen it.
I'm sure you're a very good gentleman with a healthy dose of good senses about you. But it's not everyone who decides to go after creatures and hunt them. We're not warriors or anything like that.
Well, how fortunate that one has walked into your little town, then.
Indeed, I'm not sure, sir, that only one warrior is enough to take down this creature, but
I have friends.
well, I hope your friends are competent.
I think they are.
I would hope so. Well, sir, I cannot promise 250 gold crowns, but I can promise a hot meal and a ready bed for you upon your return. If you return after having followed the creature.
When we return is the right way to put it.
Of course. I can promise a meal and a bed when you return.
And perhaps, I don't know. You wouldn't happen to have, like, a horse and a cart?
Right back.
There is a stable. We do have horses and carts. Not many, but why?
We are to travel. And it's better to travel not on foot.
Ah, I see. After you're done with this creature problem.
Well, roaming mercenaries do tend to do the whole roaming bit.
You didn't specify that part before we began, sir. But
Well.
aye. We can also strike some manner of deal with the stables.
If the money thing doesn't work out, we can figure it out. My friends and I just need to keep moving, but I think we're willing to do something for something in return.
That sounds fair enough. Well then, sir, I profusely thank you. And I hope I hope everything works out in your favor.
He just kind of knocks a few times on the counter, hoping it's wood, and then turns to lumber back to the table.
And you do. As you turn around away from the countertop where you were talking with the barkeep, everyone in the tavern was looking at you and they immediately just turn and go back to looking at their own foods in their own tables.
Just kind of look at all of them and just readjust my chainmail a bit. And Well, Kolarys, Falkan, you want to kill a monster?
Did you find out what kind of monster it was?
No, he doesn't know. We still have things to do before we go do it.
Huh. Okay, right. Let's find out what the monster is.
Maybe there's someone in town that's actually seen the bloody thing, because, according to him, not many people have.
Okay, why don't we just split up and investigate, I suppose.
Works fine for me. I have a blacksmith to go harass. Good with that, Kolarys?
Yeah.
Maybe you could use that espionage and find out about this monster.
Naturally.
Right, well. Let's get to it then. Finish your breakfast, whatever you feel like calling it, and I'm off.
Alright, hold on, I'm just coming up with a name here.
I need to know the names of every individual in this tavern.
It's gonna happen.
Oh, well, there's Bob, there's Gary, there's Larry, there's Liam.
I did.
What does Gary look like?
I did. I didn't ask your barkeeper's name. Okay, I'm being nice to you.
I'm gonna go up to the barkeeper and ask him what his name is.
Oh!
I actually do need to talk to him too.
He introduces himself as Hooray.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Herey.
Love it. It's great.
I just smile at him, put on the chimes.
Hi. Good morning,
Ooh.
sir. I saw you with the big fella.
The big guy, yes, him. Speaking of this mock we have, he tells me already that not many people seem to be aware of what or who it is. Who in the town would be the most likely to have any information about it?
Oh, sir, that's I imagine one of the hunters. They have seen the creature more closely, but I don't know that they know what it is. They are just the ones that have seen it.
And where would I go talk to these hunters?
Well, they're always out and about. Maybe you'll find them in town trading their furs, leathers, and meat, or they're out hunting. Hard to say.
And how would one distinguish them?
Well, it's easy, fairly easy. If they have a bow, some manner of dagger, sword, spear rather on them,
The armed ones.
and they are carrying a carcass of a deer or fish or anything of the like, then they're probably a hunter.
Very good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Glad to have been able to help.
I'm gonna go back to the party and... Drac, I'm just gonna come with you.
Oh, good. Are we going... Well, I'm assuming you've got even more fun information then. Alright, Falcon, you find a book or something to read about this thing.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I'll just nondescript read a book about this thing I don't know about.
Yeah, you're really good at that. Books.
Right.
Whatever.
I'm gonna go ask around.
Okay.
Okay, I would like then... Falcon, you were trying to find out what the monster is, right?
Sure.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Yeah.
In fact, so do you, Kolarys.
Wait, what check?
Investigation. Just if
I
you
give him
know...
advantage by being with him to assist him.
Oh, of course no.
No.
You can make your own check.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh my god.
There's my
Kolarys.
roll.
There's the one.
One after one after.
Thankfully, combat has not started yet. Drachdarin, you have heard tale of this creature in your way to the blacksmith. A lot of people have been having some of their spears and weapon mended after they broke when they were trying to fend off for themselves or running away from the creature. And they give you some details, nothing like too substantial about it. Nothing more than what you have already heard of it. And then you think about it like, what could it be? And you're just not sure. So I'll have you and Kolarys, since you guys are together, make an Arcana check with disadvantage.
Oh yeah, that I'm real good at that. Me and my plus.
Me
0.
too.
Yep, both of you Arcana with disadvantage.
Not bad. 12's not bad. Oh, how sad.
Me screaming in the background with a plus 11 to Arcana.
Me screaming in strength.
Falkan. I mean, Drachdarin and Kolarys, you know nothing. It's a big creature with serpents for heads. People see
One-eyed,
it.
one-horned, purple.
Was a one horn hung purple people.
People see it, they turn and run. They don't stop around enough to be able to get the clear reading on what it is. And with the best of what they tell you, you try to rack your brains to think if you remember anything that looks or sounds like anything that have been described to you. You don't quite know. On the other hand, you, Falkan, do manage to get some useful information. There is one frazzled hunter who is kind of an elder of the hunters, who has not seen the creature itself, but he seems familiar with the tales of the creature. Apparently roams the land, and it had been around several decades ago, went away, but then came back. And he tells you the story of this mighty draconic creature with several heads that is fairly unbeatable, and whenever fighters attempted to kill it, they found out that it could just would not die. Whenever a head was cut, another couple of heads would emerge in its place. Someone did, however, find a way to scare it off, but they're not entirely sure what it was. It was so long ago, after all. You can, however, go ahead and make an Arcana check, regular roll, to see if you can deduce from your own knowledge what it is.
There's a 29 hit.
As soon as they say that, you're like, oh yeah, Hydras. That's a Hydra. Use fire.
Oh, yeah. That thing. Oh, it uses fire.
No, you should use fire against it.
Oh, I should use fire. Oh, okay.
Think Heracles.
The details
I
of
can
what
see the smirk on his face growing as he thinks of fire.
Listen.
Oh, fire.
Listen.
you remember a lot of details about this creature. You are not entirely sure where you read about or studied it, but you remember, oh yeah, Hydras. When you cut one of their heads, true grow in its place. Unless you hurt it with fire, then it can't grow heads. And which is a good thing. We probably want to avoid it having growing back its heads. Either that, or we do a lot of damage to it. Not sure that we will be able to be constantly and consistently dealing a lot of damage to it, but you know, always a possibility.
Mm.
And then you also remember that it has a lot of heads, and the amount of initial heads that it has is unclear to you. It seems to vary based on the Hydras. You know that the default is like 5. But according to what you heard from this hunter, people have tried to hunt it before, and when they saw that cutting off one of his heads actually just makes it grow 2 more heads, you imagine that this one might have 6. Since it's the same one that went away and then came back after several decades. So you think it might have 6 heads, which is a bad sign since, you know, 6 bites per turn is possibly not something you're looking forward to. Should keep your distance. And also, try to avoid being dragged into water with it, since they are great swimmers. Also helps them with, you know, avoiding fire damage.
Swimmers, right.
And then you think, oh yeah, probably if we go along the lake, the river, we'll find it eventually, and then that's it. Just toss fire at it until it dies.
Okay, right. Drachdarin, you breathe fire, right?
You were not with them, you're just having this realization.
I'm
Far
going
off.
to relay this information to them later.
Sure. Whenever you meet up with them again, you will relay this information. On the bright side, you know exactly what it is, and you're very confident that it is indeed a Hydra.
I was just going to follow Drach around with, like, keeping an ear out for people, but hello, he knows exactly what it is now.
It's fine. We'll find out later.
Well, now you know why
You need
people.
no one around town knows nothing.
Now you know why people specialize in Arcana.
Look,
Information is fun.
I'm a fighter. I punch things. Okay.
Knowledge is power.
And so are my fists.
Intellect is a dump stat. Intellect is a dump stat.
No, nature is a dump stat.
So,
Specifically nature.
Nature does kind of suck.
unfortunately, nature is not a stat; it's a skill. But anyways,
Well,
it's a dump skill.
You know what we mean.
I know what you mean, you silly goose. Anyway, Drachdarin, you find the blacksmith.
Not a goose, he's a G-ship.
What? Blacksmith, good.
Yes, it's a black dragonborn who's toiling away in a blacksmith shop that is much smaller and less equipped than the one that you were used to back in Redemption. And when you think about that, you feel like a cold going down your spine, thinking that Redemption won't exist for another 1,000 years.
I really need to stop thinking about this. Oh, God. Well, this looks small in comparison to what I was hoping. But I suppose I shouldn't get my hopes up. Suppose I'll trundle on up and just... Good morning.
Hello there. Good morning.
I had a question for you. Do you potentially do refits on armor at all? Are you experienced in armor working?
Armor fitting, sir? I am afraid I am not quite so good in armor fitting, sir. I can give it a try, but I never worked on anything or anyone as big as you, sir.
No worries, I'm just kind of scoping about as we move along. I'm a bit of a blacksmith myself.
Oh, is that so, sir?
Maybe, potentially, I'll kind of look around a little bit and pull the adamantine breastplate out, like, maybe together we could make this fit me, eh?
He looks at it and he's dumbfounded. He has no idea what this is. Like, the metal. He looks at it, squints, examines it, touches it, kinda knocks on it a few times. Oh, sorry, Oh, what in the world is this?
Very, very strong metal. It's called adamantine.
Adamant... what, sir? Adamant?
You know what? Shwip it back into the bag.
Never
mind.
He's very, very impressed. He didn't quite catch or notice the first time, but when he sees you fitting the breastplate back into the bag of holding, he widens his eyes and looks at you, much more surprised and scared now. I'm sorry, sir. I'm just a blacksmith. I don't know about these kinds of things, sir.
That's fine. I just needed to know because I'm looking to use that for me. But Oh, wait a minute.
No, do you need to use my supplies, my facility, sir? I don't mind taking a break and letting you use it, sir. Just sorry.
I mean, oh no, you don't need to be sorry. I guess I could give it a try, but I would hate to damage it. Do you think that Drac could even manage to do that himself?
Yes, Drac is experienced
Still
enough with
wish.
armoring and such. You don't yet have proficiency in blacksmithing tools, but you can always try.
I guess I can give it a try.
You just won't get to add your proficiency to the roll, but you can always
Yeah.
make it. You never know.
Well, alright. Step out for a little bit. I just need some room. Kolarys, you might want to take some notes.
The Black Dragonborn, he kind of just walks, shimmies away, allowing you to have the space, and he just looks at you and then at Kolarys, and then back at you, and just is wide-eyed the entire time.
I'll just take 10 minutes to take off the armor because it's going to be in the way of doing this, and then I
A
will.
whistle.
You know what? I like you 5% more. More. And he's definitely like doing the thing where you're definitely not totally showing off when you're taking something off, but only a little bit. And then he's gonna set about trying to unpiece and repiece this adamant armor together.
Sure, it's going to be tricky,
Mm-hmm.
but we shall see how long it will take and how much resources you will have to spend to make the dream work. Although you don't have any money that you can apply to this, so we shall see.
Right.
I would like you to go ahead and roll this. I'm going to say that because you need to be proficient to work in armor and craft stuff. This is going to be a challenging check, so I want you, Drachdarin, to set the challenging DC. Roll 3d8. Okay.
Roll like me.
All ones, I wish.
You just need to beat a 15, so you can go ahead and make a blacksmithing tools check using either, well, in this case, it would be intelligence or dexterity, your choice, and you need to beat a 15.
Oh boy. Okay. Ah, so close.
Damn, I felt that.
Oh, my heart.
Um, it takes you a little bit longer than you would like for it to have taken, and it mostly comes to you kind of refitting it in a certain way, increasing the size, trying it on, seeing that it's a little bit too tight, then taking it off, trying it on again, and kind of just doing this experimentation a whole lot of times. Certainly, you do provide quite a show for the two that are watching you, but it's a little bit frustrating that this workshop is not fully equipped with all the things. You would kill to have some good measuring device that doesn't measure things in archaic measurements.
What even is a meter?
Oh no, they're measuring things using some nonsensical stuff for measurement, like
Furlongs and knots and
yeah, they're using like knots or bananas, something crazy like that for scale.
Banana for scale.
banana for scale. It's very important.
I mean, I don't even know what it is. Kolarys probably will come up with whatever it is, but sure, they're using some old thing to measure things. It's not feet, it's not inches. It's up to you what it is. In any case, they're using that to measure things, and it's tricky and it takes you a long time. But eventually you get it done. But also you realize it's a little bit later than you would like to have set out into this day.
I'm just like, 2 knots, make a punt, 4 punts, make a garage.
You are the least helpful individual in the room. Because I don't know
My
what
pleasure.
it is. We use yards and feet. I don't know what the difficulty is.
Why would I use my feet?
Because they're attached to you. It's easy to measure things when they're attached to you.
Your feet are bigger.
I fail to see the point. Either way, hopefully this will help me not get eaten by whatever it is we're going after. I guess it would be trying to make an adamant breastplate, but I need to look up the adamant table again.
You really are adamant about this, aren't you?
Ooh, don't you dare be punny like Falkan.
You did go ahead and make the what's it called again? You refitted it that so now it fits into you. So the project is done. But it took you several hours, way more than you thought it would initially, and most of the tools during this workshop have been damaged in the process, so the poor blacksmith will need to go ahead and replace them in the future, so no blacksmithing will be done for the foreseeable future.
Sorry about that. This stuff's really hard in comparison to your tools, I guess.
I'm really sorry, sir. I did not know that it would be working this kind of steel here, sir. If I knew, I would have looked into better tools.
Well, perhaps when we swing back through, I can recompensate you a little for letting me do so.
Of course, sir. Sure thing, sir. Thank you, sir.
No, thank you. I've been literally lugging this around with me for a while. Feels like it's been 1,000 years since I got it. Oh.
Ah!
Oh, and the puns, they return. So, you say your goodbyes to the blacksmith, who looks a little bit forlorn, but you have better stuff to do for now. And you gather back up with Falkan, who's absolutely bored out of his mind.
Figured out what it is. It's a one-eyed, one-horned...
One eye, one horned.
flying dragon thing.
It's a Hydra.
Oh.
We're fighting a Hydra. They have multiple heads, probably about 6.
That's rather a lot. Okay.
Yeah, quite a bit. And if you use anything that's not fire, then those heads are going to come back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, good
not a
thing
good time.
you shoot fire from your hands, eh?
Yeah, I shoot fire from my hands. What about you two?
No.
What do I have? I have oil.
I shoot lightning from my mouth, not fire.
No, I have always wondered that. Isn't lightning heat? Right. So, yeah, Hydra. Weak to fire, multiple heads, good in the water.
So stay away from water, lop its heads off, let the wizard blow it to pieces.
Most likely it's going to be by the store side, but... Store side? Most likely it's going to be by the shore side. It's going to be by the shore side. Shore side. So if we use fire, it can't grow back its heads, but it may retreat into the water to, escape.
Well, depending on how big it is, I might be able to work on that.
Does rivers even have shore sides?
Some
We need to
do.
slay the scaly serpent on the seashore. Got it.
Alliteration, my favorite.
So, are you... is there any more preparation you guys wish to do now that it's 2 in the afternoon?
Well, let's see. I mean, do we need much else? I feel like we have a good kit for killing. And we've got, a squire and a guard, if they really want to get their feet wet.
Are you taking Pent and Cole with you?
That's really up to the noble boy here, because he's your squire after all.
Kinda sounds like a bad idea to bring them both.
Yeah, you should probably bring one so that the other can tell their family.
Let's just bring the Lion Cleric.
Okay. That's a fair assumption.
You learn, much to your dismay, that while you guys were looking for all of this, Gambrinus was also going around town looking for things, found a traveling group of people who...
Aren't us.
No, another traveling group of people, multiracial people, who said that they were going to sail all the way back to Hosenfell, and he pretty much said, sure, count me in. And then they said, are you paying? And then he said, I don't have money. And then they said, what can you do? And then he said, well, And then he said, I can cook, I can clean, and I'm a cleric of Pasperon, so I can heal. And as soon as they heard cleric of Pasperon, we also worship Pasperon, come aboard for free. And then he got passage, and he's pretty much just like packing his lion bags and he's yeeting himself back into the other continent.
What a
Lion
guy.
bags.
Lion bags. What a guy. Well, okay, so we don't have a cleric. Fine. Just don't get hit.
Right.
Hey, that's more of a thing to me and him. You're probably never going to get hit in this scenario, or you shouldn't. You're made of paper.
Gonna get knocked out the last 2 times.
Cole fight.
Yes, both Cole and Pent can fight. They're horrible at it. They did aid you in the fight against the dragon, but Pent was pretty much just hiding behind the trees, taking pot shots with his bow and arrow, hitting like once every 4 shots. He did like probably 10 damage total.
Actually, if I remember right, Pent, I swear to God, Pent didn't miss at all.
He was.
I feel like Pent was no-scoping.
Just,
I actually don't
Didn't do
remember.
damage,
You will have
but he
to
hit him.
you will have to go back and watch the replay. I really don't remember. But even if Pent was hitting, he was not dealing that much damage.
So maybe just us 3 then. We can handle it. It's fine. It's just a Hydra. It's just a Hydra.
It's
We
just
have
a
one
Hydra.
casted. I have oil. What are you going to do?
What, me?
Yeah.
Someone
Mr.
has to cut the thing's heads off.
Make more of them grow back.
The-
Your plan is to make the fight harder.
Not
No,
if you
my
use
plan-
fire.
Exactly.
As in, if you use fire and then hit it, it'll be fine. You just gotta keep setting it on fire.
Which, if both of you are good at that, I'm good at hacking and chopping things into tiny little pieces.
Yeah,
So-
how Hydras work, they got all these heads. If you use fire, it won't be able to regrow. Then you can just lop them off to your heart's content. You just gotta keep burning it, or else it'll grow. Well, no, it won't even do that. It's gotta, like, get hurt. Hydras are stupid. Okay, so just use fire, and you'll be fine.
Sure.
I didn't start the fire.
Come on, let's go. Let's go take a walk down by the river. You know, I always do love long walks by the riverside.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. Actually, legitimately.
They have rivers in the future.
Hmm.
Yes, they still have rivers in the future.
Oh, yeah, and they have a lot of crabs, too. That's where I got that jar of mayonnaise.
Oh, the mayonnaise jar. Oh, those crabs were mean and really upset about the mayonnaise being gone.
I just
It's okay.
shudder from head to tail. The
It's
mention of
fine.
mayonnaise.
You
Just
and me.
know that 1,000 years in the future, crabs respect me.
I had completely forgotten about the whole crab kerfuffle.
The
But-
crab kerfuffle.
That is also so ridiculous and so on point for this group.
Well, hey, Falcon, I finally got better armor, so I don't get hit quite as hard. Big thumbs up.
That's good.
Let's go not die.
He doesn't know how to measure a garage.
What is a garage?
See, I'm not the only one.
amnesia.
Drac, what the fuck is a garage?
I mean,
I don't know. He's the one saying to measure it in garages. What am I supposed to do with that?
when you think back to it, Falkan, the concept doesn't seem too wild for you, and you vaguely remember that garage is a form of measurement used here, and you remember that
Right.
in your time away, people were using something called feet, and it just sounded wrong. And now that you're here, and you remember and breathe with relief, thinking, ah yes, I can go back to measuring things in garages.
Right. The unit of measurement. Garage.
Drac just starts walking up the road. Falcon, would you please lead the group because I'm really tired of the units of measurement in the past.
Yeah, okay.
Falkan, you are leading the group then. Make a survival check as the group travels through the woods and the lakes to get to a Hydra eventually.
Good luck, everybody else.
Nice. Since
Sounds about right.
Since you're the one leading, only you get to make the check.
Yeah.
So, nice roll. Falkan, you think back to yourself. Oh yeah, garage. But what is garage a sum of? And you can't quite remember. You remember something along the lines of 6 something was a garage, but 6 what? What was the other unit of measure that comes before garage? Garage is for like big things, but for small things, what do you use again? And you keep thinking about that for a while, and you don't quite notice when you lead the group, who's also kind of minding their own business. Drachdarin and Kolarys, they have both their weapons unsheathed and they are kind of looking around. But because they're traveling to like a heavily wooded area, they're trying to avoid the trees and roots and other such things to not step into things directly. But they don't see exactly where the party's going. You're the one who's guiding, but you're a little bit distracted. And as soon as you seem to have the answer on the tip of your tongue, ah yes, it was 6, and then you look right in front of you to see that you're about to step into water, and looming there on the just a little bit ahead the surface of the water, you see the head of a serpentine-like creature that is looking at you, and he hisses just as you notice it, and he notices you already. It had noticed you quite a while, but once it notices that you noticed it, it prepares to lunge for an attack. And lo and behold, you're right in front, and the one closest to it. Congratulations, you have found yourself a Hydra.
I'm sorry in advance.
Eh,
So I'm going to switch to the combat map and get things going, but things are a little bit kind of funky and wonky and fuzzy and weird. Because
I have to remember how to add items to this.
we won't be able to be adding items for. Well, you can add items, but not from that big cool companion we used to use because things got kind of wonky. It's something to do with the modules, but something I can't quite go into detail.
Wow.
But anyway, let me just set things up and then we can start combat proper. Aha. It loaded the wrong map. Now I can load the correct map.
Super great.
There you all are. I mean, there the map is. Or it will be once it finishes loading. And as soon as I set up things correctly, like you not needing vision to see the map.
Hey, map.
Drachdarin, you are here-ish. Kolarys, you are here-ish. Actually, who's right behind Falkan, Drachdarin or Kolarys?
Probably Drac.
Yeah. Yeah, probably me.
All right. So the three of you are here. Falkan in the front, Drachdarin in the middle, Kolarys in the back, and a Hydra that emerges from the water and is about to attack. Or it will as soon as we roll initiative. So go ahead and roll for initiative, everyone.
Okay, this. Yes. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. Of course.
Ooh! Would you look at that? The Hydra rolled kinda well.
I don't like it.
Let me just make sure that this looks nice in the stream thing. Yes, it does. Now just to zoom in a little bit. This is the field. These are the players. This is the Hydra. Say hi to the Hydra, everyone.
Hydra.
Hi, Hydra.
Good morning.
So combat begins. Kolarys, you're the first with a natural 20. What are you doing?
Rolled a 20. Oh, that was fun. I kind of just want to first turn, throw oil at it. One of my oil flasks at it.
Do you have any way of moving me, or by any chance?
I should be able to move. Let me read the tooltip real quick. You can splash the oil in this flask onto a creature within 5 feet of you, or throw it up to 20 feet. A ranged attack against the target or object? Oh boy. I don't even remember how much I can move.
You should be able to move 30 feet. If you hold down Control and drag on the map, you can make measurements and see like how much you can move.
That's 35.
You can move 30.
Okay. And I will move. Yeah. How do I get rid of this?
Just
get
by
rid of it.
right clicking, I guess,
There we go.
or hitting
So
S.
move there.
All right, that's your movement. What next?
How do I make a ranged attack?
With you're throwing the oil flask on it.
Right.
Okay, just make a dexterity roll check. I don't believe you're proficient with thrown weapons, so it's just a dexterity check.
How do you do that? How are you only rolling ones or 20s? What is going on?
It's the dichotomy of Kolarys. There's either 1 or 20. There's nothing in between.
You need to get a dice with more than 1s and 20s on all the sides.
So Kolarys, you do manage to throw. You run forward so frantically, trying to make sure that Falkan's gonna be safe, that you just grab this oil flask with your full hand and you just lob it as hard as you can. And in fact, you manage to lob it so hard that it clears the Hydra completely and shatters on the other side of the river,
Lovely.
leaving a splotch of black. Whereabouts of like here, where I'm pinging.
Oh, cool. Well, I have another flask left, so... But I think that'll...
Yeah, you can't
That's-
you can't throw things twice in your turn.
Right, so that'll just be the turn.
Well, I don't think you can at least.
Yeah.
Throw something. So
I don't have the. I mean, I have the rule book. I just don't have it with me to quickly check things. But I believe that the oil flask does it says it's an attack.
A
Action.
ranged attack, yeah.
Oh, then yeah, you can make 2 attacks in the round. Because you do have a multi-attack, extra attack, I believe.
So just try to throw the other one then.
Sure, go for it.
Okay. Let's try this again.
it's not a 1.
This
Another
one,
one this time.
this one doesn't hits the Hydra either, but at least it doesn't breaks. It kind of chunks into the water, close-ish to the Hydra, but then it just kind of floats back up to the surface and starts floating away down the river. But yeah, you missed Hydra.
This is fantastic. I have no more flasks
And no more actions. Except for a
and no more
bonus
action. There's nothing I would do with my bonus action. I'll just end turn.
Okay. Next up is the Hydra. Which doesn't even quite pay that much attention to you, Kolarys, at first. It will go ahead and attack you, Falkan, because you're the closest one. So let's get started with this thing.
I'm going to cast shield as a reaction before the attacks.
Regardless of what it is.
Oh, it would be great if you could do that. You can't.
You can't use a reaction?
Not until you have the turn.
Are
Oh,
we technically surprised?
No, it's not surprise, it's just rules. Until you have a turn, you can't do reactions.
huh.
I seem to remember that from the rules. You can look it up if you want.
I'm not gonna rules lawyer you.
But yeah, it's going to go ahead and attack you. Too bad I put the attack thing in the wrong place, so have to do it differently, which kind of sucks. It's going to try and bite you, Falkan. 21 for 10 points of damage.
Oof.
And then, well, actually, it's going to move closer. It's going to move over here. Deals 10 points of damage to you, Falkan. It's going to attack you again. 12 to hit, 13 points of damage. And it's going to attack you yet again. 20 to hit, 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Are you writing that down in your character?
I am currently writing it down, yes. Though I will say, I did find out reaction does work so long as it's on an enemy's turn or your own.
Okay. Do you want to use shield then?
I do still want to use shield because I can at least block one of the attacks.
Okay, so you can go ahead, cast shield as a reaction, and that 12 to hit does not hit, and you don't take 13 points of damage.
Oh, whoops. Math. Math is hard.
Not even once.
Math, not even once.
Okay. You are, however, I believe, still bloodied, which means you are below half health.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. The other 3 attacks are gonna go against Kolarys.
Alright, 6 heads.
19 to hit for 13 points of damage. Which hits. Second attack is going to be an 18 to hit for 13 points of damage on you, Kolarys. Last attack is going to be an 11.
All 3 of those on me?
Yes.
Oh boy. 26.
So, yeah, only the 19 and the 18 hit for a total of 26. Yeah. I believe you have uncanny dodge.
Oh, yeah. Let me look into that. Uncanny dodge. Oh, nope. Those are spells. Where's my feature? Uncanny dodge. Halves the damage against me, so let's uncanny dodge the second hit. So rounded up, that would be what, 7?
Yeah. Actually, it's rounded down, so it's 6.
Oh, okay. So 19 damage total?
19 damage total.
Cool.
So, Drachdarin, you see the Hydra show up and then start to unload several attacks against your comrades after Kolarys whiffs 2 trolls of flasks, and they are looking worse for wear, but they're still
Yeah.
hanging there. So it's
Yeah,
your turn.
okay.
What are you doing?
I'm moving up to right here, if that's not too deep.
No, that's still shore.
And
Shore-ish.
I'm gonna go ahead and start with some smack with my great axe. No, maybe.
Ooh.
Do it. Hit the damn thing, you son of a gun. 16?
I have news for you. 16 hits.
Whoa, 11 damage then.
Mm-hmm.
I will take another swing. A 20. Definitely hits for another 7 damage. And
That it does, yeah.
I think we're gonna use action surge just right away. I think.
Wow, right out of the gate. Look at you.
It's gotta be happening. And we're gonna do 2 more swings.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
Hmm.
That's a big, strong quap. It hits.
Bop.
And
Bop.
God damn it! I
14?
cannot do math. 14 unfortunately misses. But with that 20 to hit, you deal 12 points of damage, and just as you swing, you swing such a precise cut that one of the Hydra's heads just flies off,
Do I have a feature for?
and you remove it.
Oh, I'm remembering how to play a fighter. So I rolled a 1 on that 20.
Yes,
the 7 damage.
you
I can
reroll
reroll
that.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I only play one. This is the first time I've ever played a fighter still. What is it? A D12 for Great Axe? What are you?
Oh, you only played what, 7 levels of this fighter?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's a D12 for your thing, plus your damage, which is +6.
So I'll just roll a D12 from over here. +6, so 15.
Alright. I would need to do mathematics to that, but I don't want to.
26. 38 damage.
38 damage total. Okay, yeah. The Hydra is still there. Equally
Oh,
as
yeah.
angry.
Mm-hmm.
Not happy with these attacks that you keep doing
Oh, no.
against it, but
That's
that
fine.
that's it for your turn. You
Sure
did good.
is.
Now
did
is
good.
Falcon's turn. What are you doing?
1 second, because I'm not sure about this.
Fly, you fool.
Okay, yeah, it's impossible to do that in 1 turn. Alright, I'm going to cast Misty Step then.
Oh, already with the spells.
Get out of here.
Okay, you can teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. Where is that?
Yep. And just get the magic ruler out. It's too many. I have too many windows. Move this down here. This. Okay, I'm gonna park my ass. There we go. Okay. I actually really can't do much else on my turn. That was my bonus action. My bonus
Cantrip.
action. What is? Cantrip?
What is a shaction?
A section.
A shaction.
Yeah, you
None of my
can-
cantrips will reach.
You can cast an attack cantrip if you have like firebolt, for example. Actually, yeah, you don't have any attack cantrips. You have Sapping Sting.
Sapping Sting will technically hit from here, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's not on me. No, Sapping Sting will not hit. I can hit Drac
Yeah.
with, I can hit Kolarys with Sapping Sting.
Yeah. Do you want to teleport the full 30 feet? Or do you want to
Or-
stop a little short to still...
5 feet
Cantrip.
shorter.
I guess I can, like, just move a ticklet over here. Just rulers. Okay, yeah, I'm technically still in range if I do this. Okay. Alright, I will cast Sapping Sting.
Go for it.
Sapping Sting, which is a weird one.
So, the Hydra is going to make a DC 15 Constitution. It makes it.
Goodness.
Suffers no damage whatsoever.
Yeah, Sapping Sting sucks.
All cantrip sucks, really, if you think about it.
Prestigitation, though.
I mean,
Prestidigitation.
attack cantrips, they kind of suck
Oh, well, yeah.
when you think
They're
about it in a
supposed to.
certain way. But anyways, believe that's your turn. Technically, you still have 30 feet of movement.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Later, nerds!
Later. That's such a falcony thing to do. Oh god.
I'm made of tinfoil.
I
What do you
know
expect
you
me
are.
to do?
Oh, goodbye, Falcon. Yeah, that's it for the first round. Kolarys, you're up. What are you doing?
I don't know what to do. It's not on fire yet. I want.
There's oil in the water.
It
floating away
floated
down the river.
downstream. He specified that. I remembered to pay attention.
Believe in yourself.
Are you okay?
No,
Are
I'm
you
muting
okay?
myself. I'm muting myself.
He runs away later, nerd.
Only one person makes it back.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Sorry, water went down the wrong pipe right as I tried to say that. Oh my god. Oh my
Seriously,
god.
thought you were just trying to be like,
No.
dude, this.
That was actual agony, but I wanted to finish what I was saying. Oh my god.
Oh no. Anyway.
Would the oil bottle be in range, or is the flow just, it's gone?
Great time to pick food to eat. It is like in the middle-ish of the river, like here, where I'm pinging. Ping? Goddamn you! I can't ping. Oh no!
Ah.
Hold on. Oh fuck it! I can ping. It's 20 feet away from you. It's here. Yeah, where my ruler was, if you can see it. Why can't I ping? I can't ping.
Can't
It's
see it.
it's 20 feet north, exactly north of you.
Oh, there.
Yeah, exactly there. That is deep water, however, though.
How deep are we talking?
One garage?
I am not okay with this as a unit of measurement.
It's about like some 10 feet deep, at least.
I can go.
This is gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I have no. That's alter self. Shit. It is alter self. Because I can do aquatic adaptation.
Oh.
Gives me movement speed in water equal to my regular movement speed. Why don't I go ahead and cast that as my action? So alter self for aquatic adaptation, which means I got gills and webbing. I can breathe underwater and gain a swimming speed equal to your walking speed.
Are you sure you want to do that? Just asking, because this will cost you your action, I believe, and you.
Yeah, it would be my action, not my. And then.
Yeah, you can do these or 2 attacks. Technically 3, if you, depending on how you go about attacking.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Oh no, wait. You don't have extra attack. What the hell?
He just has offhand attack.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't offhand attack a thrown weapon. So no, you could not have thrown your second thing. It didn't go into the water.
So you have
Okay.
Well,
I
So we'll
rectified
just-
that. You didn't do that. I thought you
and
had
you
extra
have 5
attack.
feet from it.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I don't, but if the DM says I do.
I'll just go with it.
God damn it! You guys need to correct me. I have not played this game for 5 months. I don't know the rules
I
anymore.
just,
never
it just
played
feels bad. I
D&D.
don't want to like rules lawyer you or anything.
Yeah, I'm the same. I sit here with the player's handbook in my lap, but that's beside the point.
I mean, if it is disadvantageous to you, then sure we can rectify rules and
Here,
and stuff.
we'll just try a throw again.
Well, you're 5 feet away from it, so you don't have to.
Oh.
You can just.
Oh, I don't have to throw it. Never mind.
Oh.
you
I can just
spray
pour it on him.
Yeah, you just pretty much just kind of reach and
Just-
pour oil into it.
Lightly douse the Hydra. Little
him. Full ball
spritz.
stomach here.
That's what I was thinking.
Anybody want the Hydra salad?
Fuck.
Put oil.
Oh,
on
okay,
it,
so
set
now
it
it'll
on
take
fire.
bonus fire damage if it's attacked within what 1 minute.
Yeah, we got time.
That's a lot of turns, surprisingly.
That's my action. I wish I could disengage, but I don't want to get hit.
Don't
You
have
can with your bonus action.
disengage? Yeah, you're a rogue.
Yeah.
Bonus action disengage.
That's your thing.
Oh,
You have bonus action hide and bonus action disengage.
bonus
Bonus
cunning
action, bitch out.
Starting
Bonus
at
action,
okay,
run
yeah.
away.
So use cunning action to disengage, so I can move safely,
Yeah.
and then I can move what 30.
30 feet. Run away.
I'll do 25 feet.
Great. Great.
Great.
Great.
Want to save 5 for later.
You never know when you're gonna need that 5 feet. Okay.
Well, come on. There.
That's a mood.
My God.
Alright, you nimbly just kind of spin and twirl around, dodging the Hydra's attacks as you yeet away out of the danger zone. Don't want to be close to the danger noodle.
Action, bonus action, moving. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Now it's the Hydra's turn, and there's only one combatant within range.
Come on, big boy. Let's friggin' go.
Golly, I wonder what's going to happen.
I wonder. It stomps all the way into the forest to kill the wizard.
Please!
Mm. No, it's not going to do that. That's dumb.
Yeah, that would be dumb. Why would you
Have
do that?
fucking mercy.
It's going to try and grapple you with one of its heads, so Drachdarin, make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Oh man, something I'm normally good at, but will currently roll a
Oh,
1
boy.
for no apparent reason. Oh my God.
Don't say that.
I rolled
Oh
a natural
my
one.
God.
It rolled a 1, I rolled a 2.
I swear.
Thank goodness for a +9 in strength.
Right?
On my save.
A fucking 1 versus a 2.
Uh-huh.
Wonderful.
You have a +9?
Never mind, it's
I have a +9.
another one of its heads is going to attempt to grapple you, so go ahead, make another check.
Alright. Alright.
This time I
Come
rolled a
with that
13.
booty.
Oh, sure.
I'm buff as hell. What are you gonna do?
Just gonna eat popcorn while I watch this.
can live with a 17. Yeah, it's going to go ahead and make 2 strikes against you.
Okay.
23 to hit
Yeah, that hurts.
for 7 points of damage, and then another second last attack, which it's a critical hit.
But we just put adamantine in my armor,
So you don't
which
get.
negates crits.
Yeah, you suffer only 3 points of damage. I mean, sorry, 8. The 3 it rolled on its extra 1d10 is ignored.
Okay.
So a total of 15 points of damage to the fighter.
How do I?
And then the Hydra swims underwater, still within reach, but it's now mostly submerged. In fact, the port of it that was doused with oil is now also submerged, and there's a kind of a black splotch of oil floating along the water. It sorta was able to wring some of itself off, so the duration of the oil is reduced by half now.
That was 59. There's no easy button to apply that without the crits. So
And that's it for the Hydra's turn. Next up is you, Drachdarin. What are you doing?
Okay. Following in after it because I'm 9 feet tall and probably am fine.
Oh, wait. But wait.
But wait, it still has 3 more heads. Or 2
No.
more heads?
At the end of its turn, 2 more heads grow out of the one that was cut. So now it has, what? 7 heads. Carry on.
Great. Stoked. Yeah, I think I'm just going to wait a little bit this way and start hacking at one of the necks again, hoping that this time a fireball will come whizzing out of nowhere and explode right in front of me.
Give me time.
He's got to work up to it. How's up?
That hits.
16.
16 points of damage. Nice.
Christ.
And again. Curse you, natural one.
That misses.
Curse you.
So you deal 16 points of damage. The Hydra recovers health for the heads that were regrown. So it's plus this much health that it gets. Also, because you roll natural 1 with your weapon attack, your weapon gets chipped and a little bit damaged as a result of this natural 1 on your attack. And when you bring back your great axe, you notice that there's a very sharp splinter on the handle, which kind of throws off your balance a little bit. So now you have a -1 penalty to your attack rolls and damage rolls with this weapon.
Blah. That's fine.
Unless a certain time wizard wants to rewind time or something.
Yeah, okay.
What even is the range on that?
Actually, I don't even know if you're in range of that.
I don't think I am. I thought it was 30 feet.
Chronal shift?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be within 30 feet of me for me to actually use that on you.
That's a no, friend.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
you guys'
that's-
abilities.
Whoops.
I know his abilities.
Sorry, I accidentally summoned a world-ending circle again. How do
Press
I...
escape.
Why do you do this? Escape.
Escape doesn't do it!
Right click.
Oh, okay.
I did it for you.
Thank you.
So yeah, Drachdarin, that's your turn. Next up is Falkan. The star of the show, the wizard, the only one with fire. Do your thing.
Not to be a total bitch about this, but do we still have my icon for Zasalamel? Because I forgot he's supposed to be on the field and I use my spells through him.
Sure.
What spells?
Just let me find him.
I forgot there's some spells that I can actually cast through Zasalamel.
Which was a
Touch
raven. I have a giant bat. That kind of works.
Yeah, that can work.
There's I don't think I have the icon for it here. I'll toss in an owl. How about that?
An owl works.
Sorry, it's just
It's okay. It's okay. It's been 6 freaking months. All right.
no. Actually, the biggest problem with all of this is that plutonium is not working.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that explains why some of my stuff. Okay, all right. I was like, why does my Staff of Erupting Earth not say Erupting Earth is toggleable?
Yeah, we need plutonium for something. So yeah. So is it okay if Zaslamel is here besides Kolarys?
That is perfectly fine, but I do want to say that over the entirety of Zaslamel's turns, he has been doing this that I've posted in the group chat, as I do not believe I can drop it in the main chat. He's been doing that the entire time during this battle.
I forgot about your silly frickin' raven. No.
I cannot post the GIF, it seems.
I know.
But for anybody else, he is waving his arms back and forth, and he's like shifting from side to side. Like he's really excited from like that Pruid video with the Dark Souls characters dancing. Okay. Anyways,
I can hear that GIF play on me. It's now stuck in my head.
And I'm going to cast Fireball.
Yeah.
Much to everyone's surprise.
Hooray!
Wait, is it fully underwater? Or is it only kind of underwater?
The heads are still like poking above the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
You trying to draw things again?
Yeah, because I do have to draw the circle. Shit. Okay. Just the circle. How big is Fireball again? What is it? A 20-foot sphere radius. Let me just. Fuck. I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna hit you. No, I'm gonna do this so it nukes all the heads and hopefully lights any oil bottles or oil that's in the area. And just vomit my dice here. Don't mind me.
Those are nice looking dice.
They are.
They are.
Thank you. You can customize your dice.
I keep forgetting that.
So the Hydra is going to take 28 fire damage.
Okay.
If it fails
Gotta-
its dexterity saving throw, which it does.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey.
Mhm.
Oh shit. The
Stop!
circle.
Stop casting fireball.
I'm not trying to. It doesn't work for me. I'm so sorry. Escape just closes my character sheet.
Let me calculate things. This plus this much is that much. So one of the heads is lopped off. Is exploded off, rather. I need the details for oil flask to see what it does. So off to D&D Beyond we go. Oil flask. Oil flask. Blah 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 blah. The cover, blah, blah, if the target takes any fire damage before the oil dries, it takes an additional 5 damage from the oil. Ooh. Okay.
I contributed to damage.
You did it!
Minus 5 points of damage, which is not enough to make it lose another head. But it's damage.
It is damage.
Also,
And it's on fire.
just on a little side note, I'm using a D10 to track how many heads it has. Because, it might go up to 10, and maybe we need to go up to 12.
Nope. No. No.
Are you moving or bonus actioning something, Falcon?
Just looking around. Like, what can I do with bonus action? Can you use cantrips with bonus action? No, bonus action has to say bonus action. I got nothing I can do on my turn.
Usually it's character features if you have something. I don't think you do. So that'll be your turn. You can move.
I can move. This is true.
He's running
Falcon.
away!
Stop running away from streamable area. I need to move the stream camera to center on you.
Falcon runs off camera.
You
As he
you
do.
little hoe.
Doug's just in the director chair, like, where are you going?
It's not my fault I have high range.
Why are you running?
No.
So yeah, movement, well used. That's your turn. Is the Salamel doing anything?
Intimidating Kolarys with the dance.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Chew. What?
Do I need to roll some kind of check for that?
Nah, it's
Please
there's a it's an
Okay.
owl token, but pretend there's a raven there, and the raven is dancing like that on the
Okay,
ground.
let's like actually do something smart. Maybe the help action or something.
Hey.
I don't know what you can do. Crow boy, raven boy, do the help action, do the dance. next to
Okay,
him.
so to do the help action, it's going to need to be adjacent to the Hydra, because it needs to do that. Is that what you wanted to do?
Yeah, fuck it. Zaslamel the Cheering Raven, let's go.
Get
Okay.
him, buddy.
It goes over there and starts doing its. It lands on one of the Hydra's heads on the neck, and does the dance. And whenever it tries to snap at it, it kind of just hops to another portion of the neck and kind of keeps hopping and dancing, trying to distract it, to grant the next attack against the Hydra advantage.
Great. Great.
Yeah. I believe that's how the thing works. So sure.
It does. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's it for the Salamel. Next up is Kolarys. Top of the third round. What are you doing?
I am move. Yeah, it's only 20 feet now. Is that still shallow?
Shallowish. Like, at that point, if you want to move further, movement costs double, but that's still like
Blech.
reachable.
Wave to the familiar. What's up? Now I'm just gonna do my regular old physical attacks. Why not?
With
Go for it.
advantage on the first one.
I think you want to roll an attack, not damage.
Where do I roll attack?
When you're hovering over the weapon, the icon turns into a dice. Click that.
Oh,
The little D20. And then hold.
You have advantage. Roll
again.
again.
Yeah. Because Zaslamel's using the help action.
Nah, that's not a critical. So you deal 9 points of piercing damage to the thing, plus your sneak attack. So you can roll that.
yes. Where is my?
On your
No, no, no.
features, there's a sneak attack. You do the same thing. You click on the D20 icon on top of a sneak attack. 11. So a total of 20 points of damage from that one attack.
Yummy.
Ho ho. So another head of the Hydra is lopped off. Cool.
Great.
And none will be able to regrow because it's been damaged with fire. Because someone's been spitting hot fire at it.
It's on fire.
You still have your bonus action and 10 feet of movement, Kolarys. What do you want to do?
The Zoidberg behind him.
Lord.
Uncanny dodge. Or no, not uncanny. Wait, yeah, uncanny dodge. I think it's
Penny
called.
action.
Disengage.
Ah!
Where are you going?
I don't know. It didn't.
To the stars.
To the stars.
It didn't dispel the.
Dun, 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 dun.
There it is.
Okay, so you're hiding behind Drachdarin and
Yes, I am.
okay.
Probably actually could.
So that's your turn, I believe.
Yeah.
Cool, we move on to the Hydra. Who is missing 2 heads now? It has 5. It's going to go and do some attacks. First,
nice.
it's going to attack the Salamel.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
They have no idea what Zaslamel's stats are. Oh wait, no, it's stats of a raven or something.
Same
Yeah,
stats.
use the stats of an owl if you don't find Raven in the monster manual.
Raven, armor class 12, hit points of 1.
Yep.
Sure, it tries to attack the Salamel. And, wow,
By his ass.
the Salamel explodes pretty much. At one point, you just see the Salamel kind of just hopping back and forth, doing that dance. Take on Me is playing on the back of your head, and then you just see one of the Hydra's heads just going chomp it, and just going chomp, and then it retreats, and then the Salamel is no longer there, and you're like, "Welp, no more Raven."
He did say, "Take me on."
Next up is going to go ahead and attack again because that's what this thing does. Whom will it attack, though?
That's a great question.
How about Kolarys?
Oh, it's got reach.
Lovely.
It has long necks. What did you expect?
Of course, it does have reach.
You had this one.
What do you think this is? Actually, yeah, it's going to attack you, Kolarys. 18 to hit. Which hits, I believe. For 8 points of damage. And then a second attack, which is going to be a critical fail.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And then a third attack against you, Kolarys.
I'm uncanny dodging this one if
14 misses, unfortunately. Oh no.
Oh no.
Technically, since you dealt more damage to it than Drachdarin, is going to make the last attack against you as well.
Did he?
Mm-hmm. Sneak
On the
attack.
last turn. Yeah.
You missed. You only made 2 attacks, and one of you was a missed one. So yeah, thus far you only suffer 8 points of damage. If that's uncanny dodge, it's only 4.
okay, I'll do 4.
Now for the last attack, that's going to be 24 to hit, total of 13 points of damage. Or you're uncanny dodging the last one.
Oh, all uncanny dodge. That last one's on me? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, uncanny dodge. I'm uncanny dodging the last one, so 8 plus another 6.
Mm-hmm. For a total of 14.
And I was at 26.
Mm-hmm.
Minus 14.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
One of the heads, however, seems to keep on hissing towards Falkan. And the Hydra starts to move.
But excuse you.
It's not,
It has left the water.
it's not gonna move
We
there.
get attacks on that?
Oh yeah.
It's not gonna move there, actually. It's going to move here. So, Drachdarin, you do get an attack of opportunity. Kolarys, you do not.
Okay.
Hiya!
Oh boy.
17 damage. Ah.
Still not as much as my 20.
Shut up.
Someone's excited.
I'm excited to hit things. Come on.
Alright, and just as it's moving towards Falkan, and you see that it's moving, you realize that your wizard is in danger, and you just go and attack it, and you lop off another one of its heads.
Stay away from my paper boy.
Paperboy.
You're the guy who rides a bike and delivers newspapers. Yeah, that's it for the Hydra's turn. No heads are regrown this turn. Drachdarin, you're up, as the Salama is dead.
Poor boy. Poor boy. Well, I'm going to...
You're gonna swing your axe?
You know it, baby. I'm gonna come running up with it. Where do you think you're going? You going, cutie? I gotta ask you a few more questions. Oh, but a 13 doesn't hit, does it?
A 13 do not hit.
God, am I 18 and everything? Oh, come on.
14 also misses.
The worst possible outcome.
Oh, don't you wish you had reckless whatever now?
Yes, I do wish I had reckless and was a barbarian. Quiet. Where is the feature that I just... Wait, where is it? That one. Is that a bonus action? No, it's not. Okay. That is my turn.
Okay. Right. Drachdarin, that is your turn. Next up is Falkan. What are you doing?
Much to everyone's surprise, I am once again casting Fireball.
I am once again asking you to burn.
Okay. You're casting Fireball at that location. Sure, cast away.
Yep. Not within range of buddies. Let's just make sure I click the right spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Now for
There we go.
saving
No.
throw.
Go away, fireballs.
It fails at saving throw. Mm-hmm.
More damage.
It takes 24 fire damage and then another 5 from oil. So a total of
Fire.
29 points of damage.
Fire for the fire gods.
As you create a little mote of fire in your hands and you kind of point your hands in a shooting arcing motion, this mote of fire goes whizzing by past the trees, dodging and weaving, and when it gets very close to the Hydra but slightly far away from your allies, it kind of collapses in on itself and then just expands, creating a firestorm of death, pretty much, which hits the Hydra and explodes one of its heads away. It's now down to 3 heads. And also conflagrates a lot of the ground here. The grass starts burning immediately.
A
We're gonna start a forest fire.
So that area that is marked on the map with the measurement thing is on fire.
Cool.
If you stand there, you will take fire damage. Are you doing anything else, Falkan?
yes, I am.
Why are you running?
Oh yeah, my turn.
You're in 90. It can only reach 10 feet. What are you scared of?
It's pissed. It's pissed.
This guy is just exiting the combat map. He's out of here.
Hey DM, did you plan for all this movement?
I will assure you that I did not. That's a lot of movement. God damn it,
That's a
stop
lot
it. Sure, you...
Can't run very fast, but I can run very far.
Oh, so
Don't
can
worry,
the
I'll-
Hydra, but it also can move quite a lot. But let's see what it does. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I actually can't physically do anything else.
Cool. Kolarys, you're up. What are you doing?
Oh, let me think for a second. Oh, that's interesting. Sneak attack doesn't seem to be like a bonus action or anything.
It just happens.
It just happens.
Yeah, you have to choose. You have to choose as you're attacking if that attack will have. Oh well, actually, whenever you make an attack, you choose if that has a sneak attack or not, and then boom.
Yeah, so long as the thing hits.
Yeah.
And you're hidden or it's engaged with someone.
Bam. Shit.
15 against the Hydra. That hits.
Oh!
Which means I can also do a sneak attack.
Yeah, roll your sneaky attacky damage. That's 16. Oh boy. Actually, you don't quite poke it with your rapier, but you more so kind of sideways slash at it, which manages to cut off yet another one of its heads. Now it only has two. It's barely even its turn.
I'm gonna do the same old cunning action, disengage, run away.
There you go.
Let me see. Where can I get to?
Make sure you run outside.
There we go. That'll work.
Ouch.
Bye.
There you go. Okay, that's your turn, I believe.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Now it's the Hydra's turn. As you can see, the Hydra has been blooded for a while. Just forgot to mention it.
Mm.
The Hydra, which is bloodied, is going to run away.
Run away.
But also towards Kolarys.
Uh-oh. Oh! Give you the slap!
Actually, it's gonna move over there. Yeah, you can absolutely slap it.
Slap!
For 11 points of damage.
Why did it move over there?
Because it's coming for you!
Because yeah, it's doing a lot of things, mainly coming for you.
I'm dead. I'm so dead.
That's
Falcon's
good.
a mile away from here.
Waving in the distance.
Yeah, at this point it's
I
like
swear, with my dying breath, I'm gonna curse you, Falcon.
it's pretty much just like running away, but also taking whoever it's can in its way. You know, you would make a very delicious meal for it to recover itself. So first attack is a 10, which misses. Goddamn. Second attack is... Wow.
10. Yes!
A glitch in the Matrix.
The exact same rolls.
The Hydra does absolutely nothing. It kind of starts limping and kind of very pathetically starts trying to go back towards the water. Only two of its heads are now working. And as they move past you, Kolarys, they try to snap at you, but you manage to, you know, just twirl and dodge away very gracefully and avoid the attacks. All that noble training you have with, you know, sidestepping and such has really paid off.
While I'm twirling, I yell at Falcon, "You coward!"
Do you see me holding a knife? You see this stick? I'll hit you with it later.
Children!
And now it's Drachdarin's turn. What are you doing?
I would like very much to try and run up, and seeing that it's trying to run away, I want to try and like bear hug around one of its necks and just try and hold it in place and grapple it.
Sure, make your
Wrestle a Hydra.
make your grappling check thing. It's an athletics check.
Great.
Ooh.
21 to beat.
Ooh. The Hydra does not. It is
Oh,
grappled. It cannot move.
it's a big
Although,
flex.
oh, rules. Why do you have to be like this? Grapple. It says nothing on grapple, but I don't think that you can grapple creatures that are much bigger than you.
How much bigger are we talking?
Let's find out.
It's huge.
I mean, fair.
Because I don't know the rules on that, I would just say that you roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
You still grapple it. Good on you. So what are you doing with this grapple, mister?
I am basically running up and kind of just trying to hug around one of its necks and pull it down to the dirt and just kind of look at Kolarys like, stab the damn thing! Just basically trying to make sure it doesn't go in the river. Further.
Sure. You do that. You hold on tightly to one of the necks and you kind of wrestle it down and tries to choke it down into the ground. That's one of your attack actions. You can use and you can do another attack.
But can I? I'm
I mean,
grappling the dang thing.
You can
I can hit
make,
it with my fist.
Yeah, you can make a fist attack because one of your arms is holding its neck. So
Yeah. Well, oh wait.
One-handed slash?
use one of my not with a great axe. I don't really want to. But I could just use a hand axe because I got two of them.
Oh, hold up. Your previous attack does not hit because I have a -1
Oh, that's right.
with
Give
that
back
weapon.
11 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, wait. Didn't my unarmed attack go? Oh gosh, I'm having to reread all my features. Ah, where is it? Is it under atavism? No. Oh, that hasn't happened yet. Never mind. I'm so confused. I'm just literally gonna hit it with a smaller axe. I have a big axe. I'll hit it with a smaller axe.
Sure, let's not get you fancy tonight, and our first game night after so long. So, as you're grappling the Hydra, you manage to pull out of your belt one of your hand axes, I believe, and go to town on the gosh darn thing.
It's gonna act like a throw. Oh, slap! 27 hit.
It absolutely does.
Heck
Hits, deals 9 points of damage to the thing, and that's it for your turn, I believe.
Suplex the Hydra.
Unless you want a bonus action something real crazy. Like second wind, I don't know.
Actually, yeah, I mean, I'm fine. I got 59 health left. I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, your
That's my
party
turn.
mates wish they had that much health maximum.
I know they do.
Hmm.
74 health, baby.
So, Falkan,
Just smile and blood trickles down.
what are you doing, Falkan? All the way over there, outside the arena.
I am still within range.
Shut the.
If you cast
I am-
it over there, you're going to hit Drachdarin, though.
Let's
I
get
can
some
take a
fucking
fireball.
geometry. Let's go. I can put it over there. That's right. Just gotta
Yeah, technically you can put it a little
circles.
bit further to not hit Drachdarin.
spell is stupid.
Oh, fireball.
You gotta love fireball. Gotta shrink it that one. No! Oh
Hold
no!
up. That
Oh,
fireball is
no.
bigger than the other one.
I'm trying to shrink it.
Ah, really struggling with the circle thing, buddy. What is going on with you?
I'm trying to move it. Okay, you know, we'll just over custom for the. Okay, there you go. All right.
Lord.
It's so hard to do this. I don't know why.
You really
It's-
need to practice your drawing templates.
I press the button. You tell me to get rid of them, but they don't go away.
You have
All
to
these
you have
squares
to
make a circle.
you have to
All
switch
these squares make a
to
circle.
you have to switch to the measurement, and when you're in the measurement, you have to hover over the center until the thing is highlighted in orange. Then you press delete.
Oh, delete.
Yeah.
God damn it! You said escape last time.
No, escape you can sell, and also that one should have stayed there because that's the fire area of the forest.
It's on fire.
I'm gonna fucking yell.
Anyway, roll your fireball thing. Let's sort that out first and foremost.
Fucking.
Why is
There
that
we
a
go.
slide now?
Good God. I actually deleted the other one. God damn it.
I mean, you're the guys who wanted to play D&D. We could be playing solitaire. I don't know.
Solitaire's. Nah, that's a
Solitaire
salty
doesn't
game.
have fireballs in it
Sure,
It does not.
that do 33 damage if you fail your dex save.
but it's much simpler than this. And by God, it does. It fails its save. It suffers 33 points of fire damage, and oh boy, 33 points of fire damage. So Falkan, yet once again, from very far away, it's kind of even hard to see where you're aiming exactly because of all the trees and the grass that is catching on fire by the shore over there. So it takes you a while to really calculate the distance and everything in your mind, but then you kind of just comes up with yet another mote of fire burning in your hand, and you just aim it and lob it all the way over there. And when it gets over there, kind of in the waterish region, it doesn't get to affect much of the grass anyways, but as your mote of fire collapses and expands in another fiery explosion. Please tell me, how does this creature dies?
All right. The mode of fire as it goes through the forest is kind of like illuminating everything, and when it goes next to the Hydra, the fire how do I explain something that explodes? Okay, so while Drac is like holding onto its neck, you hear like the loudest pop. Like the loudest pop, and you're still holding onto the neck, Drac, but there's nothing left of it besides the thing you're holding.
Oh.
So pretty much, Drachdarin, you're holding onto the Hydra, and then you see another fireball coming, and you just kind of turn your head to the side to not, see this fire explosion, and then the Hydra goes almost as if like when kernels of corn turn into popcorn. It just pops and expands, but then it keeps on expanding as it explodes away. Lots of blood and gore and Hydra bits and parts just flies off into the water, and there's a lingering smell of charred meat in the air as you look back and you're just holding in the dead head by the neck. Very little remaining and just a sizzling coming off of it.
I'm getting head, but this is ridiculous.
I'm going to point at Drachdarin and I'm going to cast message. And you're going to hear like an echo in your ear that just says, LOL, take a shower, smelly.
Who said that? Who the hell said that? Spin around, look for Falkan. He's nowhere to be seen. Well, you're not dead. I'm not dead. Falkan ran. Whatever.
Do you always do that?
Often. I mean, he's this big proponent of, I fight from 100 and something feet away, so I'm never near the fight. Blah, 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 blah. He would have been fine.
100 of his feet or 100 of your feet?
Let's go with mine, because I'm sure he'd prefer to run further. I am going to take out my lengths of rope and rig up this Hydra head for dragging back to that village.
Sure, but as you go to get your length of hope and look back into the salvageable pieces of the Hydra, there is a little bit of a fire going on in the grass, and it's threatening to catch the trees.
Help me tie these knots. Or I don't even have a bucket, do I? Hey, Falkan, can you put out fires too?
Put out?
Yeah, everything's burning.
I can spit acid.
You're not of any help.
Ooh, I can spit acid too.
Oh my goodness. So you two are related.
Hey, what the hell happened here? Jesus Christ, that's a lot of fire.
Don't step in the fire. Stay away from the fire, you lunatic.
Alright.
Look, Falcon, he got head.
Hey, look at that. Gross.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I am covered in blood.
We should probably put the water here.
Yeah. Do you have a... I don't have a bucket.
We have a chair?
No,
No, you don't have a chair. You gave it
we
away.
gave the chair to the time person.
Damn, you're right.
I gave them the really nice chair.
Let's see. Magic that could probably put out a fire.
You don't happen to have, I don't know, control flame?
I want to procedurally cast Prestidigitation and put out little fires as I go.
Oh, my lord.
Prestidigitation, Prestidigitation, Prestidigitation.
You cannot be Ness. No.
All right.
We used to put out small fires at a time.
All right. Sure, each casting of prestidigitation takes 6 seconds. It's an action. So I want you to go ahead and make an intelligence check to see if you can pinpoint the prime places to put out the fire before enough of it manages to spread enough to, render your attempts futile.
Does a 22 work?
But lo and behold, it would seem almost as if Falkan has done this his whole life, putting out fires that he himself started. And methodically and carefully, he starts putting out the fires. Thankfully, it's just grass that is burning, and wet grass at that, because, you guys have been fighting the water, splashing water all over the place. The terrain is all wet also naturally from being so close to the river, so it's really hard to catch fire. It only did because of the fireball, and then even then that fire was struggling to remain alive. And as Falkan goes putting out it all in but a moment, all the fires are extinguished.
Prestidigitation, mage hand, prestidigitation.
Well, okay. Are we all good? Mostly not. Kolarys, you look really bad.
Hey, looks like something hit you a few times.
Okay. I'm gonna mage hand with my mage hand ledger main special to sneakily flick Falkan upside the head.
Okay.
Do I notice the mage hand?
I mean, it's.
Make a perception check, and Kolarys, make a sleight of hand check.
Where do I do my sleight of hand check?
From your character sheet, your sleight of hand skill.
Does it actually roll?
Shit.
Wait.
Pretty sure it's just like a
Shoot.
dexterity.
Nope,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
edited
right
it.
hand. Yeah.
That's
you
not
go.
right. Not right.
That's not right.
What
That's sleight
what
of
is
hand.
It's not right? What
it? Is right. It's just a
One
sleight of
second.
hand check.
I edited the proficiency on it. On accident.
How did you do that?
I have.
I should have just said
Oh,
nothing.
I see what you did. How did you do that?
The check to the left of it, I accidentally clicked it once.
Yeah. So I guess you screwed something up because you should have expertise in something.
Yeah, the second roll is with the proper.
Yeah, but what I mean, you have proficiency in Thieves' Tool and another skill. What is that
other
skill?
skill do you have?
Where? What?
Because I believe you had the expertise in some other skill, but you toggle it off.
This is how it was when I opened the page.
Oh, you must have done that previously then. But yeah, the one of your skills should have expertise. One of the ones that you're proficient at should have expertise. So now I have something to look into next time we play. But in any case, no, Falkan, you do not see the invisible hand flicking you on the side of the head.
I'm going to. I'm
You
going
don't
to
even-
flick him in the head with mage hand.
Oh my god. The parry.
You haven't, even without knowing for sure, there's a feeling deep down in your gut, Falkan, that it was Kolarys.
The only other spellcaster
I
here.
know for a fact he's the only, he's the only spellcaster here.
Mostly because if it was Drachdarin, you would definitely have felt it, and Drachdarin is not super stealthy to be able to
I'd be
approach
dead.
you and flick you in the side of the head. So it was
me.
definitely Kolarys. And then you
Oh, if I
all-
got flicked in the back of the head by Drachdarin, I'd be dead instantly.
right? That's
Well,
one way to make a lobotomy.
Drag this entire time is just wrapping rope around this head. Like, are either of you even going to? No, you're not going to help me, are you? Oh my god. Why am I not surprised?
I have some rope.
I have 150 feet of rope.
That's a lot of rope.
It's a lot of rope, but I have it. Because we just... Oh, no, I have 100 feet of rope. Because we just kept stashing rope in the bag.
Who did you just
So-
steal it from?
No one. Storm climb? Whatever.
Yeah, right. That is the weirdest thing of all, that Storm Climb would have 50 feet of
Hey,
rope.
we put all of our gear that we weren't actively using in the bag of holding, and I've hoarded it.
Sure, fair. That's fair. In any case, you managed to get whatever bits and pieces of the Hydra you managed to salvage that have not been washed away by the river, which is a grim prospect now that you think about it, that eventually this river is going to run down into the sea and all of the townspeople will see the Hydra floating down if it doesn't get stuck on something else before.
Heh.
All right, let's get back to town. I desperately need a bath. I am covered in blood.
Yep, I got slapped by the neck of that thing at least twice. I think I'm done with today.
You did a great job.
Thank
Boo-hoo
you.
for you.
Should have
Oh.
stayed in school.
I'll give Kolarys a big firm pat on the back. And just, poof. All right, let's go. Come on.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
No, right?
And just like that, all of you walk back into Gridgarak. It takes you... it doesn't take you guys too long to make your way back, but by the time you manage to return, it's already evening, late evening even. Most things are closed, except for the tavern / inn, where some people are just, drinking, talking, and the ever so infrequent weary traveler lays down for the night. And they see you returning with a Hydra head in your arms, and immediately everyone just kind of shuts up, stops everything that they're doing, just looks at you wide-eyed as you march through town with this. And when you get a slightly bit further inside, everyone notices that you're coming back, Drachdarin, Falkan, Kolarys, all of you very severely wounded, except for you, Drachdarin. You're just bloodied from being close to the creature when it exploded. And just as you start walking, Pent and Cole they show up and approach you, and they kind of beam up, seeing that you're all right. They give you the thumbs up, and Pent just starts applauding. And as soon as Pent starts applauding, the remainder of town erupts into applause and cheers as well. And you're pretty much hailed by cheers all the way as you're traversing the main thoroughfare of the city, from the forest and into the tavern, until eventually you hear a scream in the distance, a very loud scream, and then everyone turns to see the scream, and it seems like some kid was playing by the shore when the remainder of the Hydra started floating towards the town. And then, some concerned parent just hurries towards the kid to drag them back. But as everyone sees that the Hydra body is just floating down the river... Sorry. As the rest of the Hydra is just floating down the river, a lot of people keep on applauding, cheering, and some... salvaging folk just kind of picks up their axes, their spears, and pull up their trousers and jumps into the water and starts wading towards it to kind of carry it and bring it towards city. That's so they can put it to use somehow. But pretty much you walk back into the tavern, and everyone there has seen things from the windows, and they just keep on applauding as you make your way, carrying the Hydra head, until the innkeep that just looks at all of you with a very large smile on his face. Wow, I didn't think all of you were so good at this whole being a mercenary.
Don't underestimate your travelers that come through. I brought this
Yeah.
back partly as proof and partly so you could hang it up on the wall or something. It'd probably look good.
I didn't even think of that, but that would be a great addition to the walls, indeed. And another story for our patrons to tell. I promised I would have food and warm beds for you when you returned, so definitely you can count on that. My word is a promise, and I will intend to keep it. And then he just kind of turns back and slaps his hands and speaks very loudly for everyone in the tavern to hear. These travelers, they have saved Gridgrak from the multi-headed serpent creature, which means we'll be able to once again have a prosperous Hunter's Grace celebration. Hooray for them! And the whole bar just hoorays, and everyone just claps and cheers. It feels good to be recognized.
Heck, we're not dead.
I'm not dead. You don't happen to have anywhere that I could, have a bath? And clean my gear that's not in a river?
Oh yeah, sure. We have a trough outside. Oh, but don't worry. We'll take care of your stuff. We'll clean your stuff. Your rest is well deserved now. Thank you so much. And then you see that he kind of looks to some people. They seem to nod. It's some sort of prearranged agreement, and he says, "Just a moment. I'll go talk to some of our leaders here to get your reward, and we'll bring it to you. Just hold on for a moment." And then he kind of goes to the side to talk to them. In the meantime, people, they keep cheering for a little while, and then they seem to get tired of cheering. Then they just kind of go back to grabbing their drinks, their cups, and just kind of just go on drinking, celebrating a little bit, and there's just a lot of merriment all around. Eventually the guy comes back. Well, we tried our best to scrounge up some money. We couldn't get the 250 that you asked for, but we have 187 crowns. I hope that is worth your while and your help.
Well, I think, given the scenario, yes, I think that's fine.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine by me.
I'm glad. This is a lot of many families here savings. But I figure it's better that you have it than for this to be just loot for raiders to come and get.
Well, hopefully our festival is much better now. I appreciate you actually paying.
Oh, I appreciate you keeping to your word. The festival
Well,
hopefully will come swimmingly.
I am a dragon of my word.
Let us know if anything like this is going to happen again, and we'll do it free of charge. All right?
Free of charge? I cannot.
If you have a monster problem again, okay? Also, we're only going to take half of that reward. Give everything else back to everyone else, okay?
But the innkeep is just at a loss for words as he looks at looks at you, Falcon, and he just profusely nods. He kind of reaches and grabbing your hand, just shaking it vigorously, saying, "Thank you. This is going to be very helpful. We'll definitely call for you if anything arises, and let it be known, you will always be welcome here." Speaking of which, forgive me, I didn't think you would even be coming back if you went after the creature. But I don't know your names. What are you all called?
I'm glad you didn't start making the graves.
Well.
What is that? Our group name, Making the Graves?
No.
Well, back where we're from, we are, or were, still are, the Mismatched Mavericks.
Wasn't that you and your friends?
You were part of it.
Temporarily.
Now,
I definitely didn't cast
permanently.
grease on...
You did
Hmm?
what?
Name, huh? Yeah, I'm fine with whatever name for the time being.
I meant more so your individual names.
Oh, that's easier at least. Why don't you start, wizard boy?
What do you... Falkan.
I'm Drachdarin Malagaz.
Kolarys of House Delmarev.
As soon as you go name dropping like that, you just see the surprise in his face. The innkeeper just looks at you and he looks appalled even and says, How's Demirev?
Yes, is there a problem?
Well, no, not quite. I don't think at least. It's just that we had a scout running by a little bit earlier from Talan Forard. He said he had urgent business to deal with. The nobles. And it concerned your house, House Domirev. I guess something happened over there on the other side of the fjord.
Damn. Thank you for the information.
You're welcome. I hope everything's alright. And this is where we're gonna end tonight's session, everyone. With Hydra having been defeated, Falkan not having died,
Yay!
and Kolarys having,
He's not dead.
having found out that deciding to stop in Grid Grok and help them with their problem was quite a noble thing to do, but you gave, the opposition a little bit of a head start in that whole diplomatic problem race thing. But we shall see how that proceeds next time around in Conquerors of Nolyn. For now, this is it. I hope you guys are excited for the return of these games.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
Very excited.
Now I just need to go and reread the rules and remember how to do things.
Game.
Why do you keep choosing to play games with so many rules? It's tricky. We shouldn't do that.
You invited us.
Oh, I know. I know.
You've done this to yourself, Doug.
Oh, I know. I know. Such is the way of the D&Ds. Well, in any case, thank you guys so very much for playing, and thank everyone else over there on the other side of the screen, on those streaming services, for coming and watching us play Conquerors of Nolyn, some 5th edition D&D. Once again, featuring Draynet as Drachdarin, Spacey Yin as Falkan, and Tanky 101 as Kolarys. We'll be back next week. Well, next week minus 4 hours, which is when the game begins. Actually, never mind. Scrap that. Not next week, but the week after next week, we'll be back with a game where we will continue the story of the Mismatched Mavericks, or whatever they decide to call themselves for now, with, some more shenanigans. Let's see how this goes and what new pun these people will start coming up with. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you some other time. Goodbye, viewers.